What's up, everybody? This is Walter Seward, if y'all remember. I'm here with my boy Enrique.
Yo, what's up?
So we decided to link up here in San Diego, just to kind of get the ball rolling and spark some interest and some ideas to possibly do a 20-year reunion.
20-year. Oh God, it's still so long.
That's crazy to think about. Like literally 6 months from now.
Yeah.
So me and Enrique been talking for maybe like a year and a half, 2 years.
Yeah.
Like we've talked on and off and on Instagram, Facebook, and all that good stuff. But the conversation of this kind of started January a couple years ago, around the time I got diagnosed with diabetes. And it just kind of took off from there, right?
It was catch up, like, hey bro, what's new? How's things going? Talking about work, what we've been doing in the last 20 years, talking about life. And then going from, hey, our reunion's coming up. Do you know what's going on? Who's planning it? And we just started brainstorming. And then we started like let's do a podcast to kind of, get everyone's attention. Like, hey, you guys, like, let's start planning or at least get something going.
Yeah.
And so us going back and forth for the last, 6 months, we had this is like a third. It took 3 attempts. The first 2, you were busy, I was busy.
Yeah.
And then coming to today, like, and I walked in, I was like, bro, this legit reminds me of Cat's Corner.
It's legit Cat's Corner, man.
You got a Snickers?
I gotta say special shout out to Coach Gerard, Miss Hunter, Billy Isles. I went to El Camino a week and a half ago, just to pick up some of this stuff, and they were like, yeah, you could borrow, but make sure you bring our shit back.
Right.
But yeah, special shout out to them. I just want to shout them out first. But so we got these props and all that. So let's see, like we graduated in 2005. How's life been going for you over the last 20 years?
Life has been good. I feel the craziest thing that I noticed is like we graduated and then I remember turning 18, then 21, and then life just progressed so fast. I'm like, dude, I'm 37. I'm like, so much has happened. I've gone through so many jobs. Luckily, I've had a stable job for the last couple of years, but still, Oceanside's always been home. That'll never change. I always I live in Temecula now. So every now and then I go to Oceanside, get a haircut or run some errands. I'm always running into somebody somewhere. Like, it's going to happen. My girlfriend, like, we'll go out to the bar and get a drink, go get some food. And sure enough, run into like one or two people. She's like, can we not just run into someone I'm like, dude, like, Oceanside is just a small city, but it's just it's a tight knit community with all the different cultures. All of our friends are Mexican, Samoan, Black. It's just that it was a melting pot.
Yeah.
And even in high school, everyone had their groups, but regardless who you ran into, it's like, yo, that's the homie from 2005 or middle school, elementary. I mean, majority of people we went to school with was Del Rio or Reynolds or what was the other middle school? MLK.
Yeah.
And then Lincoln.
Yeah.
And there was, I think when we went to middle school and then going into high school, majority of people went to either Oceanside or El Camino. But then some people, they went to Oceanside, like, I want to go back to El Camino.
Straight up. Straight up.
Yeah, man. Like I said, just work and just keeping busy. Like I told you recently, I started doing YouTube for the last 2 years.
Hey.
Been doing plumbing on Camp Pendleton.
Hey.
And just living life, just doing the things I enjoy doing, trying to catch up with old friends. Like, again, one of my friends told me this the other day, like, you have a thing just to catch up with people you haven't spoken to in so long. And that's like, one of my boys told me this. If you think about somebody who is a friend or a family member, reach out to them, see how they're doing. Because times are hard right now.
Man.
And for most of us that are, doing pretty well, for the other majority of us, like, we're trying to just get on your feet. Some people living paycheck to paycheck. And it's just good to kind of like catch up with somebody. Hey, how you doing? How's things going on? And just to kind of catch, like, damn, I needed someone. Like, some people are like, you know what? Thanks for reaching out to me. I needed to hear a friend just to not check up on me, but just see how I was doing. Because, as men, for men and women, there's a lot of things we hold in, and there's maybe just want someone to talk to.
Nah, I can say that for sure. Like, every time I get a message from somebody from back in the day, I'm like, bruh, you remember me?
Yeah.
Like, yo, thank you.
Yeah.
Like, thank you for reaching out, man. Like, genuinely, it's cool to be remembered. And like you, when I go back to Oceanside, which is not so much these days, but when I do and I see somebody, I'm like, yo, I know you. And I don't know if you remember me or if they do. Like, I got to go and get a hug or a handshake or at least 10 minutes. Like, how you doing? what's going on.
Yeah.
Because life be lifing out here, like for real.
Yeah.
Before we started recording, like we were just talking about like when I was 18, what did I think was gonna be going on when I turned 38, 20 years from now? Like I remember having the thoughts of 20 years from now, where or what am I gonna be on?
Yeah. Like there was no guidebook into being an adult. You're just like, okay, do I keep doing what I'm doing? Do I go to college? Do you have a job? And a lot of us, like I said, there's no guidebook as to what to do after high school.
Yeah.
And, you know, some people went to college, some people went to community college, some people worked, some people moved out of state. And I remember I went to Palomar for like 2 years, 2.5, and then transferred to Maricosta. And then I was working. I'm like, I want to make money. So I just got into just working. And that's how the business progressed. I went from working at Honda, worked at Costco, got into caregiving, and then got into the whole construction sector. And then, like I said, I've been doing plumbing for the last 5 years. And I've been enjoying it. You know, working for the government, I can't complain.
Yeah, nah, for real. And plumbing, that's not an easy gig, bro.
It can get pretty shitty. I always tell everybody joking around, like, hey, same shit, different toilet.
Hey, for real. I literally would say that as a figure of speech, but you dealing with that shit all the time.
Yeah. Some days are bad, some days are pretty easy, but it's cool. I enjoy it. A lot of the guys I work with, they're young. Majority of the guys now in our shop are like mid-20s.
Yeah.
Like 27, 29. Yeah. So it's pretty cool. A lot of guys that I started with, when I started, a lot of the guys retired or moved to a different state. So like there's maybe like a handful of us that are still like the OGs in there. Yeah. So it's cool.
That's what's up, man. That's growth right there. Right. And you from Oceanside. Like that's nothing.
Well, the craziest part is majority of the OGs there, like guys older than us, I know your son, like my boy Jordan Parler. His pops works for like wastewater. And then my other boy, his dad worked in carpentry. And so like, and the funny thing is my homegirl that used to work at Cabo, she started working. I got her in to work for a metal shop. And then my boy that works in my shop, he's like, dude, that's my cousin. I'm like, no way. And they talk for like 5 minutes. Next thing you know, they're cousins. I'm like, crazy.
Yeah. R.I.P. to Cabo, man.
Oh, man. That was a spot.
That was a spot. Oceanside has changed like crazy.
A lot.
Man.
I remember doing a photo shoot with my car right there on before the railroad tracks. And that's all just hotels now. Yeah.
Those parking lots is out of there.
Yeah.
It's hotel like I said, I'm here. I'm in San Diego, but every time I go back, I feel like I see something new. Like I'm like,
literally, I feel like a tourist in my own city. Like, how's that happen?
It used to be like 5 minutes to go to the beach, and you know you could walk it or drive it, and it'd be nothing. But every time I go down there now, I'm just like, where the fuck did all these people come?
Yeah,
where is
all the tourists?
Yeah,
and then the pier burned down.
Oh my god,
bro! I was like, no way. That's
I thought it was over.
Yeah, people were talking about they should put a bar there. Like, you got people jumping off the pier. Don't do that.
Nah, that's a bad idea.
Yeah, I remember with my clothing brand I started, Locals Deluxe, a couple years back. From the I made a shirt and it said the main attraction, gone but not forgotten. You know, that was like a lot of people that would go to Cabo or Firewater. That was like the next spot to go to, like later hours, just to chill, drink, and it was always like some wild nights, but good times.
Yeah, good times for sure. For sure. Let's get into some of these yearbooks, actually.
Oof.
I'm sure some things will come up. So let's start with 8th grade.
Oh, 8th grade.
We'll do 8th grade, but we'll definitely get to high school. But let's check this out.
MLK.
Shout out to MLK. That's where I went anyway. You went there too. Yeah.
I think we might have had a class 7th, 8th grade.
Oh, it's so far back. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah. I
just remember being just a shy kid, man. Like I didn't grow out of my shell until after high school.
Oh shit.
Yeah, man. I was one of them late bloomers, man. But MLK was a lot of fun. So I had just moved back. Like I'm from Oceanside, born and raised, but my mom was going through some stuff and we ended up moving to Arkansas of all places. Like what the fuck we going to Arkansas, Little Rock. And we moved there and then I don't know, within months, weeks, probably. I don't remember. It's time flying so fast at that point. Like we moved back, and then I could get enrolled to MLK, and I was a terrible student. Like I had like a 0.8 GPA.
you remember Pat, the security guard?
Yes,
with the tan line.
Yeah.
Did he end up coaching at El Camino too?
I think he did.
I think I seen him around. I'm like, I wonder if he still has that tan.
That's crazy. This is your yearbook. Look at the tag.
You guys, I brought the yearbook from 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, and then all the way up into senior year.
Yeah, man. You got the stuff. Like, here, this is you, man.
This is
go ahead and leave that, man.
I was literally blowing the dust off of these. And I'm just like looking at like signatures.
Oh my gosh, yeah, man.
Oh man.
This is crazy.
Oh
We definitely got
Aurora Garcia.
Hey,
homegirl.
What's up, homegirl?
And it's cool. It's like talking about people we went to school with. A lot of people are running small businesses.
Yeah.
Like I think Aurora does like lashes or nails or like something with like makeup.
Been checking you out, Roy. You doing your thing,
right? Oh, look at this, Brett Johnson.
Yo, I know.
Brett.
I seen him on the messages and the post you posted. He was like, I haven't been back to El Camino since whenever. And I was like, well, it's time to bring your ass back, boy.
Yeah.
Brett Johnson, shout out to you, man.
Here we go.
Hold on, let's go to your picture. Go to your yearbook picture.
Derek and Derica.
Of course.
The twins.
Of course.
Oh my God.
Shout out to you guys, man. The twins.
It's in color. Oh God. Let's see. These are all the teachers. Oh
man. Do you remember any teachers from 6th, 7th, 8th grade?
Mr. Liner.
Mr. Liner.
Yes.
Okay. I remember that name.
He hated me. He hated me, bro. Like with a passion.
I swear the only teacher I could think of is Mr. Finn.
Mr. Finn.
I think he did English or history. I don't remember, but I remember his name.
Jeffrey. That fool used to come to my house
Yo.
randomly. He'd knock on my door. Hey, and I'm like, what's up, dude? And he'd walk through the neighborhood because he was like mentally challenged.
Yeah.
So I'd walk him home.
Yeah.
Give him a soda, a snack.
Damn, I ain't thought of that fool in a minute. But he was always like dancing and doing shit. Like, yo.
You know who I saw on Facebook recently? Siobhan, bro. I'm like, what? You got a whole college degree? I think graduated from Cal State San Marcos.
That's amazing.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. Let's see.
Oh my gosh.
We're
we near each other. You R's, I'm an S. So
okay,
yeah, we close. We close.
Oh God.
Oh my goodness.
I had the bleach tips. This is back then, like when I was into skating.
Yeah.
So I was skating with Adam Lighty.
Yeah.
Josh Beachmeyer. Jeremy Peckham.
Yeah.
And either you were in the sports or you're in like, this was like punk rock was like a thing.
Yeah.
And
this is what 2001. So.
Yeah. Blink-182.
Yeah.
Man.
It was definitely a side because I do know y'all was on the skates. I was on the sports side. I was trying to play. Oh my gosh.
Wait.
Oh,
hold on. My man got the vest on.
Hey, the vest.
The vest. The vest.
Hey, I guess I woke up and said, I ain't picking my hair today. Damn. No hair on my face. Oh,
were you in a uniform?
I probably was, bro. Honestly, like the vest, that don't make no sense.
I can't lie. I wore a vest a couple times. I think when I opted
out. Not for
out.
picture day, though.
No, because you were able to opt out. And I told my mom, I was like, Mom, I want to opt out.
Yeah.
She's like, okay, signed it. It was
no, you know what? Thinking about that now, I definitely was a uniform kid. I didn't. My mom was like, nah, you getting a uniform.
Yeah.
Blue, burgundy.
And white. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man. Look, we got Joey Turman. Oh my gosh. Jason Thomas.
Wow. Derek and Derek over there. I see you. Man, these faces, man. You guys are bringing it all back, man.
And it's funny because they all still look the same.
Yeah.
It's just, might have a few gray hairs.
Yeah. Got a few. Lost some hair.
I got a couple here on my chin. I try to pluck them right now. I was like, nah, I can't let this age.
You gotta let it ride, man. You gotta let it ride.
Oh, man.
That's crazy, right?
So I remember we were talking. Oh, James Lucatero.
Wow.
I had seen him at the main attraction one time randomly.
Damn, there I am again.
Braided up. There's John Thurston. Bro.
Man.
Yo, I
Chisholm.
I don't know where it happened to him. I ran into him because he lived across the way from where I lived off Douglas. And I'd always run into him. And he was driving like a Ford Focus, and then he'd been MIA.
I think he's still on IG. I'm not sure though.
Yeah.
I feel like I follow him, but I'm not on social too much.
Yeah. So I remember I was telling you a story. If you guys remember, there was like a riot that happened during lunch.
Oh man, yeah.
And I told Walter the backstory of what happened. So I remember we were going to the handball courts, and I was kicking it with all the guys, and there was a bunch of Mexican kids, and someone said something, and the homie said, "Fuck you," and I'm like, okay. And then it just started.
It went
crazy. So it became like a back and forth thing with the skaters and Mexicans. And then we were over by the lunch area. And then next thing, everyone just ran. and then people got trampled on. People got hurt.
Yeah.
But then after that, it ended up becoming a soccer game during lunch. All the skaters were the Mexicans, and it was just that's how we beefed it out.
Yeah.
Rather than fighting, we played soccer, and I was like, you know what, like we did pretty good. Rather than end up 20 of us getting suspended.
Right, or worse.
Yeah,
they could have that shit could have went left.
Yeah,
real quick. Man, this yearbook is crazy to me.
Oh man, and it's
this
funny.
Is 6th grade, 2001.
Yeah. I remember those snack bar. You guys remember those cinnamon rolls and the cookies?
I remember porter subs. I remember being so lit about porter subs being at school. Like you could get porter subs at school.
Yes, bro. I would get a porter sub sandwich and a cinnamon roll, and I'd buy another one to take home.
Yeah,
as a snack.
That was the life. The chips in between, Doritos or whatever we had at that time.
Yeah.
Oh my God, man, that was it for me.
Yeah,
I just couldn't believe it.
Man, Mrs. Smith, she was mean to me.
Miss Lux, I think that was 8th grade. She was science teacher, and I think I ended up being a TA with her. Miss Lux. I don't know if she remarried or whatever. So, yeah, forgive me if I say not the updated names if that's changed.
Yeah, bro, Cameron Malafua.
Yo, that was my dude,
bro.
Cameron that was my guy.
Yeah, he lived down the street from me, so whenever we'd get out of school, go and kick it.
Yeah,
and then it's funny because he ended up going to Oceanside High.
Yeah, and that's to piggyback. Like Cameron was my guy in 8th grade, and then when I found out he was going to Oceanside and not EC, I was like, "Bruh, what you doing?" And then we played football.
Yeah,
and in the game, of course, you see him.
Yeah,
you talk a little trash and all that, but he was always just joking and happy and laughing, and even on the football field, he was like, I don't remember what we used to say to each other back then, but I just remember him saying it to me and me cracking up on the field like. We ain't in class right now. Man. We ain't in class right now.
That's so funny. And it's cool because he played college ball, and he started coaching.
Dope.
And then his wife, Audrey, she was MLK and EC. And I'm like, damn, it's just crazy how
it's a family affair.
Yeah, it's literally a family affair. It's like the connection within Oceanside and the school district. And
it's all love with Oceanside. It's all love.
Always love.
Damn, I'm in a few of these pages. Like there I am again. Who's that? That's me. That's Cornell.
Oh, Cornell.
Jokester.
Speaking of Cornell, he has his own embroidery brand in Utah.
Yo, I gotta get a hat. I hit him up a few years back and I never followed through because he was asking me for vectors and I was like, bro, I don't have that right now.
Yeah.
I don't have that right now. But he's doing great things out there. I'm really proud for everybody that's just doing, living their life, man.
Yeah.
Like we said earlier, like life is life and
literally
for real. And if you can make it through the craziness of being an adult, like shout out to you, man.
Yeah. Because I remember, Franklin. We were talking about it. He graduated, got into some stuff, ended up in jail. Now he's a well-known barber.
Doing it. Multiple businesses.
Yeah.
Multiple.
And then, Joey, Cornell, they're on America's Best Dance Crew.
Yeah.
And they won. I think they ended up 3rd.
It was 2nd or 3rd.
Yeah.
I remember watching that. I think that was after high school, or was that had to have been after?
Yeah.
I remember watching that, like, I know these fools. Yo, I'm in Oklahoma, like, I know these guys.
Yeah.
That was so crazy, man.
Yeah.
I was so happy. Like, it was like I was up there with them as they were dancing.
Right.
And I ain't no dancer, but I was like, yo, I'm in there practicing and doing the shit. So
right.
It's hilarious.
I would always be like, as soon as I knew the next episode was gonna come on, I'm like, yo, I'm watching this.
Yeah.
Seeing Joey, Cornell, JoJo, he graduated 06.
Yeah.
Mark, he also graduated 06. So it's just cool just to see kids from our students or
our peers
that whether they graduated before us or after us doing well.
Yeah.
So
that was awesome, man. That was awesome.
Man. What was who is that? That's Geraldine.
That looks like David Beckham.
David Beckham.
It's Beckham, right? Beckham? Beckham. It's Beckham. I'm pretty sure.
I said Beckham. Not the soccer player.
Sorry.
My bad.
Yeah, I think that's him.
Yeah, because he played ball.
Yeah.
At El Camino.
Yeah.
Oh man. Vicky McNeil.
Yee!
I think I just spoke to her like recently because she moved back to Cali
Dope.
recently. I'm like, oh, how's everything going? She's like, I'm doing good. Just trying to get a job. I'm like, that's what's up.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, because a lot of people moved out of state, and then eventually they come back.
Yeah.
Everyone that I feel like a majority of people that moved out of Cali, they end up coming back. It's just it's so hard because everything's so expensive.
Yeah, man. It's stupid out here, man.
Yeah,
it's stupid out here.
What else we got?
We don't. I mean, it could be anybody, but we need last names. But Melissa, Helen. I can't remember her last name.
Atkins.
Yes.
Yeah, well, I think that was her. I don't know if she got married.
I think she did get married. What's up, State? Oh, this is teacher, Miss McKinney. You know what's crazy is that you have a yearbook, but I didn't get a yearbook.
Yeah.
I used my planner.
Oh.
Actually, I think I got it. Actually, hold on one second.
Time out. If not, we had t-shirts, remember?
Yeah, signed in the t-shirts.
Yeah. Because I remember, like, for MOK, remember you guys, they had the lion and it had everyone's name, but everyone shined your sleeves.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that t-shirt's gone. A lot of stuff from back then for me.
Someone wrote "Stay gay."
Gosh, that would not be approved today.
No,
that would not be approved today.
Someone said "Get a tan." Alfredo Barba.
Damn,
it's just crazy to think what we wrote as kids, and then like now. I mean, we'd probably say it jokingly.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
The planners. This is 2002, so this is freshman year. We'll get to this.
Yeah.
But I didn't have a yearbook, and I had everybody sign
the
planner.
Dope.
That's crazy.
Damn, I haven't seen those in so
much. I think that's all I got.
Is that your backpack from El Camino?
Nah, it just holds everything.
Okay.
And now it's like at our senior year.
Ooh.
Bang bang.
Oh man.
Bang bang. Yeah, we'll get to that.
That's funny.
All right, let's move on real quick. Let's transition.
So this was 8th grade?
That was 8th grade.
Man. That's crazy.
You just want to go into the senior? Or let's check out, I guess we'll check out these real quick.
Let's check yours out, and then maybe we'll check out our freshman yearbook.
Freshman, for sure. Okay. Yeah, I don't remember. I don't know why I didn't get a yearbook, but this is what happened.
Yeah.
And I just had everybody, I'm drawing on this shit. What is this? Let's see if we can find some signatures. Okay, what is this? Who is this? Ryan Trammell. Let's go. Just go, Ryan Trammell. I can't read this name.
Must have been a teacher.
It might have been. It's been cool having you in my first period class, and I enjoyed beating you at basketball. Okay, all right. You called it out. Must have lost by 1 or something. You know what I mean? Who is this? Ebony. No last name, so I'm sorry. I don't remember everybody. Yeah, you get a first name. Yeah, back then you could say first names and be good, but these days I'm like, who? Yeah, who?
It's crazy, like talking about the era that we grew up in. Like, we grew up when phones were a thing. The flip phone.
Pressing them buttons 8 times to get to the letter W. And
bro, I had a phone that used to light up all kind of crazy colors, and then we had the sidekick. That was an era. I wish they would bring those back. I don't know if you got a lot of guys would tap in, but having a sidekick, messing people back.
It was so cool. Yeah, that was like the future back then. Like,
that was like the era, like when technology started progressing. Yeah, and you're like, I got this phone. Like, oh, I got a flip phone. Having a razor, and
Snake.
Then I spent a lot of time on the toilet just trying to get the next high score.
That's funny, dude.
Oh,
yeah, man. Oh, man. I wish I could go through all these with you guys, but it's just homework, I guess. There's that. And then this one, what is this year? I don't know what year this is. It doesn't even have the year, but this is obviously El Camino, so sophomore. Oh, here's a name, Robin Tapia.
Robin?
Yeah.
Oh, she's doing real estate now.
I saw that.
Yeah, she's doing really good for herself.
Man, I need to hit you up, girlfriend.
Right? Yeah, she's doing real estate out in Temecula, Riverside area.
That's dope.
Yeah.
She's up there with you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Have you seen her?
Yeah, we had worked out a couple times. Like I was working out at the gym because I go to Powerhouse Gym in Marietta. And she's like, hey, bro, you live in Temecula? I was like, yeah. She's like, for how long? I was like, 3 years. She's like, bro, what? Because I think she lived out there for a while because her mom lives out there. And so I was like, "Can I pull up?" Yeah, come get a workout in. And I showed her a few things. She's like, "Bro," and like 2 days later, she's like, "I can't walk." I was like, "It was leg day. I'm sorry."
Yeah, definitely leg day. You don't
Yeah,
take them days lightly.
yeah.
Man, shout out to you, Robin. That's good, man. Real estate is a
That's
beast,
a
man.
hustle.
That's a
You
hustle, man.
gotta know about, like, I don't know the whole logistics of like real estate, but knowing like the different types of
The
material
area,
they use
yeah,
and
the schools,
what's modern and
yeah. Oh
all
my
that.
god, yeah.
Like
You
you
got me.
you got to know the whole background story on what you're selling, because it's like selling a car. You got to know the whole dynamic of the ins and outs, and when it was built,
Yeah,
if there was any flood damage or
yeah.
whatever. Because like if you don't have a good selling point, like, well, we'll come back and get back to you. They ain't coming back.
They ain't coming back.
Nah.
You lost it. You lost. You played yourself.
Right. Oh man.
A couple other names here. What's this? Courtney Davis. Oh my gosh, I was in love. Shout out to you because you married now. I don't mean no disrespect.
Yeah.
But back then that was it for me. Her sister signed it as well. Who's this? Vanessa Cortez. Is this I say Cortez? Vanessa. I can't tell. Yeah, this is just planner work right here. I ain't had no yearbook. Who is this? Senor. Oh, Miss Rasmussen. Senora Rasmussen. Spanish teacher. So she definitely signed that in all Spanish. That's pretty funny.
Oh,
Let's
man.
see if we can read that. Oh no, she did some in English, but she definitely put some of that in Spanish. Yeah, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm not sure what year that is, but freshman year.
Oof.
All right.
Ooh.
Here we go.
Oh god.
Here we go.
So talking back about freshman year, I was telling Walter before when I first I remember I went to summer school. The first class I wanted to get out was sex ed. I was like, let me just get that out the way. And the school year had started, and I remember John Davis and Speedy came out of Cat's Corner. I got a snack, and like, hey, what's up, freshman? And mind you, like we went to Del Rio, MOK, and then now high school.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, freshman? Hey, what's up, guys? Like, hey, welcome to El Camino. Bah, throw me in the trash can. I was like, and that was like the one and one only time that it happened. After that, I was good. I was like, all right, cool, I'm locked in.
Yeah. I didn't get to experience that, but I do remember being like deathly afraid. Just coming from 8th grade, MLK, which is down the street from El Camino.
Yeah.
I just remember the big kids was like, trash can, we're gonna get you a trash can. I remember our little, it wasn't like we were at the school yet, but like registration or something like that. And so we were transitioning in there, and I don't know if it was a field trip or what, but I just remember going there and just like looking at all the guys, and they're like huge.
Yeah.
Like these guys are like grown ass men.
Yeah.
And I think luckily I knew some of the kids.
Yeah.
And they would tease me about trash can, but never got the experience.
Speaking of big students, you remember Daniel Sanders?
Yes.
Bro.
Yes.
This dude's huge. And I remember my parents had met him through my mom worked for the school district for like 20 years. And one of her coworkers, they worked at there's a middle school right there by Buchanan Park.
Okay.
And they had like a little party. My parents were there, and her coworker's son was like best friends with my cousin, and they graduated like 08. And then my dad's like, yeah, there was a guy asking for you, Daniel, big guy. I was like, Daniel. I was like, Sanders? He's like, yeah. I was like, he played in the NFL. He played for the Buccaneers,
I think it was,
and the Ravens, but he ended up getting out because he had a knee injury.
Yeah.
Now he's coaching at Carlsbad. And then we went to a El Camino Oceanside game, and my girlfriend's cousin, he was a quarterback.
Yeah.
And we went to a bathroom, and I see big old Daniel. I'm like, what's up, bro? He's like, yo, what up, man? We're chopping it up. And my girlfriend's dad, he's 6'1", 6'2". He's like, yo, that guy's
a big
big.
man.
He's a big man.
That's a big man.
Cool people though.
Yo, Daniel Sanders was always just a cool dude, man.
Yeah.
I never heard anything.
No.
From what I remember, never heard anything bad about him.
No, never.
It was always just real chill. Man.
Yeah.
It was cool to have that around because there was a lot of knuckleheads out there. Man.
Yep.
Let's see here. I kind of got close. Where we at? We're close. I think I won't buy. All right. So there I am. With the braids.
Oh,
what is it? The braids? That I don't even recognize myself in this picture right here. This looks like no hair on my face, and obviously hair on my head, but man, this guy right here was just super duper, just shy and just not ready for any of this shit
Oh
just
yeah.
yet, man. That's crazy. Where you at, man? Where you at? Shout out to Rogan Buck. I see you out here.
Oh, Rogan Buck.
Look at his. That's a big smile.
That's a big smile.
Oh man, where you at, man? Where you at? You probably already found yourself.
Nah. R.O.
Where you
Wait,
at?
all right, next to Derek. Right there.
Damn. Okay. Check you out, man. It's
Not
still-
not as much of a skater as much, but still hung out with the skaters.
Yeah, yeah.
Cause I remember like right by the senior tree.
Mhm.
Like I think I was kicking it there or down by the gym. They even cut down the senior tree, bro.
Did they?
Yeah, I think the class of 08 or 09, they set it on fire, so they had to burn the tree down.
What?
Yeah, that was their senior prank.
Oh.
And there was the other class, they put glue in a bunch of the keyholes for the room so they couldn't get in.
Wait, didn't we do that?
Maybe.
I think we did. I remember us not getting into class of senior year, and it wasn't all of the doors, but I
Yeah.
remember a lot of doors were like, we can't get in.
Yeah.
But they burned down the tree, man.
Yeah, I was walking, and I'm like, "There's something missing." I'm like, "The senior tree." Like that was like, since all the 4 years we were there, that was like the
Yeah.
spot where all the seniors kicked it.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to be
Damn.
kind of low key scared because all the football players were there.
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah.
"Yo, I'm not walking over there."
Nah, not at all. Not at all. Yeah, that's crazy. The senior pranks. I don't know if we did it, but I remember something like that happening.
Yeah.
With the glue in the doors. Did you ever ditch class?
Did I? There was one time I was dating this little, her name was Christina, little Filipino girl. And I remember we were ditching class and we were coming around the corner, kind of where that ramp is. And I seen Billy, Coach Billy.
Mm.
And he's like, "Enrique, you going to class?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "You better not be ditching." I was like, "Okay." And he's like, "I know your mom works." I'm like, "Wait, what?"
Oh,
My mom worked at Ocean Shores.
yeah.
And then sure enough, I get home. My mom's like, "Hey, did you go to class today?" I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Billy told me he caught you." I'm like, "Fuck."
Yeah, Billy Isles, man. When I went back to El Camino to pick up some of this stuff, I ended up seeing him first.
Yeah.
And he looks exactly the same.
Exactly the same.
Exactly
He
the
has not
same.
aged.
He just has more gray.
Yeah.
More gray up top, but exactly the same.
Yeah.
And for him to still recognize me 20 years later was
Right.
like, damn.
Yeah.
You know who I am.
Oh, for sure. I remember going back to ditching. You know, we took they took the buses away.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you had to catch a ride with a friend,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
your
the
parents would drop
bus.
you off.
The city bus.
And I remember my dad would take it would be me, Gary Horn, and his brother. And you know, he dropped us off over by where the automotive class was, but there was like a hole in the
Oh,
fence.
yeah.
And then my dad would leave, full pull out a bottle. We all take a swig, smoke a joint. First period, we'd be in Mr. Wing's class, and
Mr. Wing.
yeah,
Oh, man.
was it Mr. Wing or Mr. Leg? One of them, and we'd be like, just like out of it. He's Enrique, and I'm like, huh? And I'm just like out in my own little world, and he's like, what? Do you have a response for my question? I'm like,
Nah.
no. He's like, pay attention. I'm like, okay. Oh man,
That's when phones like really started popping off.
Yeah,
Was
yeah.
then, like
MySpace.
I didn't have a phone yet, but I remember people just like, I'm
Right,
like, we know what
texting.
y'all doing,
Right. MySpace was popping.
MySpace was popping.
Yeah.
MySpace.
Who's your top 6? Who's your top 10? Or you
That's hilarious.
you have to hit somebody up. Hey, can you put a song on my profile real quick?
Hey, for real.
Yeah.
Hey, we were the first coders.
Yeah,
We were the first
legit.
coders.
The
Like,
homegirls knew all. Hey, I'll hook you up. Blah, blah, blah. You pay them $20 or whatever. Or
Yeah.
they'll do it for free.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, yo, this is dope. This is like long before Facebook and every other social media. MySpace was like
That was it.
the first
That
like
was
big
life.
social media for us.
That was life.
Yeah,
Burning CDs, LimeWire.
bro. LimeWire.
Come on, bro.
What was the other one?
Oh, LimeWire and Hot. No, what was it? I don't remember the second one. It was the main two was LimeWire and something else. I can't remember the second one. But I was definitely AIDS for the computer because your shit was trash after that.
Right?
It was,
Why's my computer running slow? Download these songs.
yeah, downloading and yeah,
Yeah.
man.
I think I was still doing that like a couple years back. I just go get like a MP3 version of it, download it, and I had like on my computer at my parents' house. I had just like 3,000 songs, like some old songs. I'm like, yo, I haven't heard this song in a minute.
Yeah, yeah,
And like going back to like middle school, we used to have the tall tees,
yeah,
Vans. With,
yeah,
that's when the era of like music was like dope. I mean, not to talk trash about music now, but just the genre is a little more different.
yeah.
Because
Yeah,
back then you could actually dance to the music. Now
yeah,
you can
yeah,
just listen to it and
yeah,
drive or whatever.
yeah, yeah,
But back then, like I think that was all the good music was out back then.
yeah. For sure,
Usher,
for sure.
Little John.
Jeez, man. No Doubt was out.
Yeah.
Man, Ludacris was huge for
Ludacris is
me.
big.
I love that dude.
Who was in love with him back then? Cara Rivera, I think, was like in love with Ludacris back
Probably.
then. Yeah.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. What else was there?
Music wise. Lil Wayne
Lil
just
Wayne.
taking off.
Yeah.
He was just taking off. 05.
Was Pitbull around by that time?
Pitbull had some underground, from what I remember. Some
Yeah.
underground joints like this might not even be one of those, but Damn It Man was always like on my playlist. But I'm pretty sure that was around that time frame. Maybe a
Yeah.
little later, but
Yeah. That's from like Jagged Edge,
yeah.
Sean Paul.
All the R&B joints. Oh my gosh. Like, so in high school, I want to say my junior, might have been my senior year, but we had did maybe it's in the yearbook. Hopefully we can find some stuff in there because I haven't cracked that yearbook.
Yeah.
This is my first time cracking open yearbooks in 20 years. So it's like really blowing my mind. But
Yeah.
once we get into that one, like maybe we'll see some pictures. But
Yeah.
I was in this business class. I can't remember what the name was, but it was supposed to teach us how to run a business and all that. I was actually at my mom's place a few years back before I moved into my spot that I'm in now. And she had a bunch of old stuff for me from back in the day.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I couldn't bring it today, but I was going through this stuff and this is before the internet took off.
Yeah.
And I was in a class with Justina Duenas.
Oh, okay.
And we were in a group project, one of those joints where you know, you got to work together or whatever. And there was a binder that had a whole bunch of like online shopping. And it was like, I had a bunch of shoes and hats and clothes. And I was like, yo, we're going to do this. Me and Justina, I think we had groups of three, but me and her were close at that point. And, we turned it in and I think we got an A, but I looked back at that and I was like, online shopping, like we were ahead of the game.
Oh,
like we knew what was up.
Yeah.
And it was just crazy. But the business class that I was in had us do the mistletoes. Do you remember us selling mistletoes? And we did a bunch of stuff student wise, but yeah, I forgot where I was going, but that's what made me think of.
You're showing your age.
Think of that stuff, man.
I hate that now. At our age, you be doing something and you just like blank out, like,
damn, I forgot
what was I doing? The worst for me is like when I was living at my parents' house, like I'd get home, go upstairs, change, grab a few things. I'd come downstairs and I'd be like, what am I forgetting? And I'd be there for like a good, like hard 5 minutes.
Stopping your tracks.
And it's like, my charger. And there was a dude that had made a video of that on Instagram. And I was like,
that's me.
Yeah. Yeah, that was it for me.
That's funny, dude.
Oh, man.
That's funny, man.
Did you ever get what was it called? Detention, El Camino?
I can't say. I honestly remember me being a really good kid. I wasn't a great student.
Yeah.
But I think I was a really good kid. Like I said, I really didn't get out of my shell until after high school, like, life, obviously.
Yeah.
But in high school, I just remember being shy and I didn't really get into a lot of trouble. So detention, no. Middle school, yeah.
Okay.
Middle school, yeah. But high school, I was just on some different stuff, I guess.
Yeah, I think I got detention a few times, whether it was being late or ditching. I think one time during lunch, I threw remember those little fruit snack bags they had, the red and white ones?
Yeah.
Those were fire.
Those are fire.
But I remember I threw one at Cruz, the security guard. I was trying to throw it at him or the principal.
Yeah.
Like, hey, come here. And I tried running. They caught me in class, bro.
Yeah.
Like, hey, come here. You're going to detention. I was like, what happened? Like, I don't know. I was late. I'm trying to lie about it.
Yeah. Nah, your mom got all the juice. Man.
Yeah.
She knew all the security guards and all that. I didn't realize your mom worked for the district, though.
Yeah. She worked at Del Rio. She worked at a lot of the schools on the east side, like by Oceanside High.
Yeah.
And the majority before she retired, she worked at a middle school, Cesar Chavez.
Yeah.
She worked there for a minute, but she worked at Ocean Shores.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you know. So I was always fucking around in class,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
paying attention, being
No,
the
I
class
remember you
clown,
being a class
being the
clown for
class
sure.
clown. And I think it was junior year. We were looking at my credits, and I was behind like 90 credits. They're like, "Yo, you got to go to Ocean Shores." I'm like,
Yeah.
and I told my mom. She's like, "Well, you can go with me to school." I'm like, "I'm gonna go with you to school on my senior year. I'll drive my damn car there."
Yeah, yeah.
And I remember I spent that first semester doing night school. I was doing what was it called? You get a job and they give you credits for having a part-time job or whatever.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
And so I was doing that for the first semester, and I stayed after school just to make up all those credits. I think I made
Man,
up
you
like
put some work in.
120 credits. So second semester, senior year, I came back to El Camino with only 4 classes.
I
So
did not. Man.
yeah. So
Yeah, you put some
I
work
came back
in.
with 4 classes. I think I had like an English class, I had geometry, I TA'd, and then I had economics with
God,
what was his name? Mr.
economics. Oh gosh.
Short dude with glasses. I can't even think of his name right now. We have a yearbook.
We'll probably find him in the yearbook.
But yeah, those were the classes that I had, and it was easy.
Yeah.
But the craziest part is the day before, I think the day of graduation or the day before graduation, you get your final grades, and you're supposed to check in with your counselor to make sure you're going to graduate or not.
Right.
And on my final, I did like a final with my this job my dad worked for, because he did sales for like a electronic company. So I did my basically like an interview, like what you guys do, did all the pictures. Apparently I did an amazing job for my senior for my my final. I got an A on it, but it still showed that I was failing. I'm like, yo, I just got an A on my final. I should have like a B at least.
Yeah.
And the cat's like, well, just go talk to the teacher, get your final grade, and come back. And I was stressed, and I was like, bro, I have to graduate. Like, no, I need to graduate. Like, that's like your first big accomplishment as a young adult.
Yeah.
And I remember I was just stressing, and I was outside of the classroom, and I punched the door. And he came, gave me a final grade. Lo and behold, I broke this bone, a Bachner's fracture. And so when you remember you're coming down into the field before graduation, you shake all the teachers' hands.
Yeah.
They all shook my hand. I didn't know it was broken.
Oh man.
And then so after we graduated, we had my graduation party, and it was swollen. And my cousin's like, "That's broken." I'm like, "Okay." So the graduation present, my parents took me to New York and Puerto Rico. I had a cast. I was like this. I had like a piece of metal here. The cast came down to my wrist.
Oh man.
And I had to shower with my hand up like this. And the worst part is it stunk, because if you guys ever had a cast, like it smells horrible. And then it was just all hairy, and it looked like a homeless arm. I'm like, but that was my little story for senior year.
Yeah.
But it happens. I'm glad I graduated. There's been, I don't know if you had dreams like this, but there's sometimes I'll wake up. I'm like, I gotta go to school. I'm like, hold on, I'm 37 years old. What? I gotta go to work.
I definitely have had those dreams. Not so much these days, but my 20s, like I would get up like I'm late for school or whatever.
Yeah.
Definitely have had those moments for sure. You talking about almost not graduating? I almost didn't graduate. I had failed my final, and I think his name was Mr. Wynn, Algebra 2.
Oh shit.
I fucking hated, like, this is kid talk, not literally I hated this guy, but as a student, I was like, bro, I just can't give it. I had a real bad time understanding his accent. It was so thick. And for me, even to this day, when people have strong accents, I'm like, please say it again and please say it slower, because I don't know. I can't decipher what you're saying. And so I had a whole semester of this. My dad went to the class and said, oh, I get it. I know what he's talking about. I'm like, bro, you ain't in this class every day. What are you talking about? You talking about you get it. You can't do this equation. You learn this in an hour? You learn this in an hour, Dad?
Yeah.
He was trying to clown me, but I ended up failing his final. And so here I am senior year, like, yo, I'm about to not graduate.
Yeah.
Like, this is the worst thing ever. Like, that's the ultimate.
Yeah.
I'm about to be that guy that's not about to walk with the rest of my friends, rest of my peers.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I had Miss Hunter as a counselor, and I don't know if she did do anything or she did or didn't, but I convinced myself that she talked to him into letting me retake the test. And to this day, I still don't know if I passed it or failed it.
Oh shit.
But he said, you're good.
Damn.
That's literally, he didn't say you passed. He said, you're good.
Okay.
And I was like, I'll take it.
D-.
I'll take it.
Right.
And I ended up getting to walk. But I was such, like you were saying, like, I gotta graduate. Like, I was thinking of my mom. I was thinking of my dad. I was thinking of my sister. I was like,
you can't let these people down.
this is it.
Yeah.
Like this is the worst. This is like the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
And thankfully I was able to walk. But yeah. Do you remember much about graduation day?
I didn't bring the photos. I had photos from
Oh, man.
graduation day.
Yeah.
But next time I go home, I'll take pictures of them and I'll send them to you.
Yeah.
But they're like right there in that little island before the gym.
Yeah.
Most of those photos are because we had disposable cameras back then.
Yeah,
like
for
I think they're
sure.
still around
Yeah.
today. But I'm like, yo, what? Like I remember taking pictures with Jana and Robin,
Yeah.
the Usos, David and Nui,
Shout out.
and like even Joey and Franklin, like just taking pictures with all of them as much as I could because that was like our last day.
Yeah.
After that, like, all right, you know, I might see you in college. I might see you out and about.
Maybe.
Yeah.
No, I feel you on that. I had a similar experience, but I had a video camera.
Okay.
I've always been into cameras.
Yeah.
I don't even know where it started. Actually, I remember where it started, but my mom had just bought me a video, like a high 8 videotape recorder.
Okay.
And I'm walking around school, and unfortunately, I don't have it anymore. My dad just wasn't doing what he was supposed to do, and shit got lost. So if anybody finds it, I will pay big money for that.
Right.
But I recorded everything from the last, maybe I want to say like the last week of school, I recorded just memories and memories and memories. But I remember having my video camera on the field as, you know, people were getting called up and you're getting your diploma and all that. So graduation day was just awesome because I almost didn't graduate.
Yeah.
And so I was on level 100.
Yeah.
Like I was ready to just go do whatever. I was ready to take on the world. And the other thing I remember there's a lot of things I remember about it, but I remember grad night going to Disneyland.
I didn't go to that.
You didn't go to that?
Nah, I wanted to. I was like, whatever.
I honestly didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
I just remember I was living with my godparents at the time.
Okay.
And I just remember them saying, you're going to do grad night. And I was like, okay, whatever. I'm graduating. Whatever. I don't got to go to school tomorrow. It's cool. We're good. But I just remember that and just like it felt like every school in California was there that night.
Popping.
Like popping. Like
Damn.
Kids from LA, kids from San Diego, kids from Sacramento. It felt like everybody graduated that night and they were there. Damn. And it was lit. Like lit.
Yeah, they don't have a big thing like you couldn't bring in alcohol. Some people figured out a way to
I'm sure they did.
Yeah.
I'm sure we did.
Yeah. You know what's funny? I remember graduation, they said we couldn't bring anything in our pockets.
Oh man.
I brought like 5 blow-up beach balls.
Yes.
And I was like, hey, you guys blow them up. Let's do it. Like this is our celebration.
This is it.
Yeah.
They try to stun them. I even like I do recording now and I do graduations when it's time. You know, stream it for the kids and the grandparents and all that. And all the teachers are like, we don't want any beach balls or none of these things. And I'm thinking like, bro, when I was 18, 17, you really about to tell me what I'm gonna do on my last day of school.
Like let the kids celebrate, enjoy it. Right? Enjoy the celebration. This is like our last celebration before we legitimately become adults.
Yeah.
You know, some of us were 18. Yeah. I was 17 at the time, so I wasn't really an adult yet.
Yeah. I turned 18 in April.
Okay.
So I had a couple months, but I was still like, wasn't ready for that. Wasn't ready for that. Yeah, grad night was cool, man. That was probably one of my most favorite days of my life was that day and that night. Graduation day with the breakfast. And I ended up going back to one of my classes because I really wanted to go back to Spanish class because we had a group project and I was a part of it, obviously. But since I was a senior, I didn't have to be in classes anymore.
Okay.
And so I just wanted to show up for my team. And so they were up there doing their group project. I can't even remember what it was, but they were up there doing their group project. And I showed up and everybody just kind of freaked out for that. I was like, yo, you actually came to class. And I was like, yeah, I would never not come and support my team, you know? So I just remember those moments. And then us in the gym right before we go down and, you know, we were just celebrating.
It was so lit in there.
It was so crazy.
Yeah. I remember when they had, I forget the name, what we used to call it, when they had all the classes like in different areas, the seniors, freshmen, sophomores, and they had like the pep rallies.
The pep rallies. Yeah, the pep rallies.
And I think they said our class was the biggest class that had graduated.
At that time.
At that time.
Like 700 or something like that. Something crazy.
And I remember they had like a whole thing having us all yell. And it was just, I remember it was Larry, Franklin, Joey, and Joe Budden, that one song, Pump It Up, that just came out.
Yeah.
Bro, that pep rally was just so lit. Like I left with goosebumps. I'm like, yo, I need to go this more often.
Yeah.
You know, I think one of my biggest regrets is not playing sports, even though I wanted to.
Yeah.
Coach Kalina, Enrique, you need to play football. And he used to be bugging me every time whenever
yeah.
he'd substitute for a class.
Yeah.
Enrique, come on, just get your grades up. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
I never did it. That's probably one of my regrets of not doing it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, who knows? I probably would have been into NFL or who knows? Just to have the experience of playing on the field. Because I played soccer as a kid, and then in middle school I played flag football, and then that was it. I think at the time, like I just wasn't interested in it.
Yeah.
But I think if I would have put more interest in it, it probably would have became a thing.
Yeah, for sure. I kind of had a opposite effect because I was always into sports.
Yeah.
And no shots at the coaches now. Like we grown now.
Yeah.
I was just going through that was early life struggles for me. And I let them knock me off my square. Some coaches.
Yeah.
Not all of them, but some coaches they would say or do, and I was like, they don't really care about me or whatever, whatever I was feeling at the time. And so
our prop fell.
Oh, you good.
Shout
out to El Camino.
Do you remember the song?
Alma Mater?
Yeah. No. I never knew it.
No. I don't think I ever knew it. I'm pretty sure it's still hanging up in the gym,
it's
though.
Definitely still hanging up there.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't gone, like I said, I haven't stepped foot on that campus probably since last year I went to the Oceanside El Camino game. That was last year.
Yeah. I haven't been since.
Damn.
Like, I went to pick up these props, but I haven't been on campus or whatnot.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the coaches really knocked me off. No shots to them. That was just I was dealing with my own shit. But I had the opposite effect where they knocked me off, and I was like, I don't want to do this no more. But thankfully, I kept basketball, and then I fell in love with track and field.
I remember.
That is what saved my senior year. Really, was being able to do senior and junior year was able to do those two sports in particular. So that was really cool.
So I remember before we were talking about like doing this whole podcast. Who was your favorite teacher?
I might remember when we opened up this book, but off top of my head, freshman year, history.
Yeah.
I loved Miss Shadrick.
Okay.
She was obviously an attractive woman, but she was that's what you think about when you're a kid, right? Yeah. But she was so young and she was so enthusiastic about teaching.
Yeah.
I didn't understand at that moment.
Yeah.
Like that's what drew me. But her being so ready to teach history, I was like, yo, I've never had a teacher like this.
Yeah.
And she was closer to my age than the other teachers were, you know?
Yeah.
So it felt like she was like a big sister, respectfully. You know, it was like that. So that's who I can think of off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Who you got?
History teacher. I forget his name. Mr. I can't even think. I told you his name before. He had a shorter arm. He always had his hand in his pocket.
Oh man, we're probably gonna see it in the book.
He was super chill because I think I had him freshman, sophomore, junior year.
Yeah.
And he's like, Enrique, you're back. I'm like, yes. And I love the class. And he had the other, like a teacher that she was kind of like getting into teaching.
Yeah.
And she'd always be picking on me. And she'd like, Enrique, if you don't get this answer right, I'm like, I feel like I was on like a game show or something. I'm like, it was just, I mean, I'd be sweating, bro. Like I didn't have an answer.
Yeah.
She like waited.
Yeah.
And I spit out my answer. She's like, you're actually right. I'm like, oh, thank you. But we'd have so many talks. Enrique, you need to pay attention. I come to find out I have ADHD, so my attention span's very short.
Yeah.
I could be talking to you, and then if a bird flew by, I'm like, oh shit. Yeah, but that's just me. Yeah, squirrel. Oh man,
straight up.
Yeah.
Let's crack this open real quick.
Was it so thick?
I know. Still got the 3000 back in the day. Walt Daisy, he's in the house. Yeah, and I got some signatures. This is crazy. I want to see. I don't even. Oh, you know what? I just thought about it right now.
Huh.
You remember when we took the senior picture and all of us?
Oh, right there on the field, on the stadium,
wherever it was.
Yeah,
I don't remember where it was. I'm about to see if I can find it. Let me find it. Do you remember where you were standing? Let me see if I can find it, man.
I want to say it might have been either in the middle or on one of the edges. Yeah. Yeah, I was. It's funny looking at like my senior picture. I did like that photo. I'm just like, I'm like, damn, I was corny back then. I was skinny, bro. I was like
you were thin, bro.
I was like a buck 20.
Yeah,
easy buck 20. Now I'm like at 180.
Yeah,
but I told my later on, or when Planet Fitness had opened, I was like, I'm gonna go to the gym. I want to get put some meat on these bones.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I just got into it, bro. And I mean,
Just turned
the
up.
gym life just became like a lifestyle per se. You know, started working out, started looking into like getting into bodybuilding. Well, not like full fledged, but like looking at videos on YouTube,
Yeah.
how
Okay.
to.
Nah, you right.
Oh, it was right by the band class.
Yeah, the
band class was
theater.
right here.
Yeah. All right. See if you can find yourself, man. I don't know. I don't even know.
Oh God.
I don't even remember where I was at, man.
Oh,
You found him?
easy.
Already?
Right there, bro.
Oh my God. You had a hat on?
Yep.
Check you out, man. That's crazy. Wow, man. Yeah, you found him quick. I don't know if I'm gonna find.
It's like
me
finding
that
Waldo.
Fast. It is. Like I see everybody else, everybody else's face. I'm like, oh, okay. I don't even remember. Let me see. What was I doing back then? I was probably up top. I probably wasn't down here.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, because with that photo with me wearing a hat, I always walked the hat to the side because that was the thing.
Yo, we're literally next to you. I'm right here.
Swear.
I'm right there.
Bro, you're right in front
I'm right in front of you.
That's wild. Wow.
Damn. I'm standing next to Carl Glenn. Zadius Hicks is right here.
He's out here in San Diego, right?
I haven't talked to him
on his Facebook profile. I saw like he's in San Diego.
That was my guy too. I haven't talked to him
because I remember, was it senior year where he broke both his arms?
Yeah,
he was like he punched down a door or something crazy.
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah. That's crazy. You're right here and I'm right here.
Damn.
Yo.
Shout out all the Usos.
Hey, everybody in red. Shout out to the Usos. Oh, yeah, man. Y'all represented for sure.
Oh yeah.
Damn. Yeah, y'all had your own little section over here.
Literally.
That's crazy.
That's funny.
Oh man, I wish I was in the front now. Yeah, I'm way in the back. That's funny. All right, so senior pictures.
Bum, bum, bum.
You know what's funny is I remember, I don't even have to look at the picture. I think I was the only dude to wear gold. Everybody else wore brown.
Really?
I'm like 99% sure. Where you at, Walt? You going the wrong way. Damn, do I know my letters? Oh yeah, I need to go back. Ryan Trammell, Joey Turner. Oh yes. Only one in gold.
You wore the cap and gown.
I wore the cap and gown.
That's funny.
I don't even know why.
Jacob Shalhoub.
Shout out.
Dude's tatted. Now he's the tattoo artist in Vegas.
Dude he always could draw.
There was a big portrait, remember, he had of the Joker. It was like a 3x5. Dude, it was super dope. Like very, very detailed. Because we had art class too. And he would just get down, dude. He just had like a niche for just doing dope art.
Yeah. He was dope, man.
Yeah.
That was my dude in track and field too. He ran hurdles with me.
Okay.
And I think junior year, I don't know if he ran senior, I can't remember. But junior year, it was me and him. Mm-hmm. And he would beat me. Yeah. But he always pushed me. So shout out to Jalo.
I met him 5th grade, Del Rio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I want to say I met him at MLK. I want to say. Man, looking at these pictures is crazy. Krisha, that was my girl too. Oh, there you go.
Oof.
Hey,
I think I'm ready for a business interview.
Let's go. Yeah, you was ready, man. You had your resume ready.
Oh god. Man.
I don't even know, man.
That's crazy.
I don't even know.
I ran into her at Costco randomly. I randomly ran into her at Costco. I was like, Arlene? She's like, wow, what's up? We hugged each other. Like, how you bitch? Oh, she was just going through a divorce. I'm like, dude, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm just doing good, just working. And I think she said she had 1 or 2 kids.
Yeah.
Rudy. I think he works for U.S. Customs now.
Really?
Yeah, I had ran into him on Camp Pendleton. He was working over there. Yeah, I'm going through the process of going to U.S. Customs Border Patrol. That's what's up, bro.
Man, see, everybody doing it, man.
Yeah.
There's steps everywhere.
Oh, man. Oh, look, here we go. The Hall of Fame,
Oh, okay,
most
okay. Here we
stylish.
go.
Justin Williams. He's like a rapper now. Well, he's doing music.
Big Head Justin.
Yes. Some people just call him A-Kid Justin.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, bro. That's what we used to say, though.
Yeah.
We used to say that.
And then Danny Word of Monday, my guy.
Hey, he runs the bar down in Oceanside.
Yeah, he was at that one spot where they had the best pizza and beer on the coast.
What is it called? It's off of Coast Highway.
Yeah,
it's off Coast Highway.
They closed it now, though.
They closed it?
Yeah, the bar.
Oh, that one bar.
Yeah,
he's running it though.
Yeah,
like he's there running.
Yeah,
it
now I think he's at Fat Joe's.
There you go. Yeah. Fat Joe's.
Yeah. Most spirited, always Franklin. Nikki
Franklin.
Gardia. Yeah, Franklin
was always
middle school, bro. He was always had fresh fits.
I'm like, bro, where are you getting this shit at?
Yeah,
man?
always, even to this day, bro.
Yeah, man.
Your
Still
shoes,
clean.
It's a shirt matches the shoes.
Yeah,
Franklin always had style, regardless.
Always have.
Yeah,
that stilo.
Most photogenic.
Carl Glenn. Yeah.
Look at Jacob. Look at he was in a
punk rock. My man looked like guy some the chef off of.
Oh, God.
Damn, I forgot he did that.
Most likely to succeed. I have not seen any one of these 4 people since we graduated.
Yvette. Oh, Yvette.
Yeah.
She's on YouTube.
Word?
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, she has a family that's doing great things. Everybody else, I'm not sure of.
No.
I mean, I don't know. If y'all are, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I know for sure she's doing some things.
Class Clowns.
You should have been on there. Actually, you know what? That's a good choice.
Yeah.
But you should have been on there. Yeah. You should have been on there. Every time I had a class with you, I was like, yo, we about to have a good class.
Right?
What's that? Most what?
Artistic?
Involved?
Oh,
well, artistic.
Dale Dinkins.
Dale.
Bro,
man,
I
haven't seen him.
I used to see him at the bar. We used to go to a spot in Encinitas. It's called Yogi's. And I'd run into him occasionally because he was hitting like James Solis.
Yeah.
And then he went MIA and I haven't heard from him.
I haven't heard from him at all, man. Hopefully he's doing all right. But yeah, I haven't seen or heard from him.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's doing good. But yeah, all these Jennifer Mark. No, when I went to El Camino, a week ago, Miss Hunter said that she is a counselor there now. I didn't get a chance to see her.
Jennifer Marcourt.
I didn't get a chance to see her, and she remarried.
Okay.
But yeah, she's a counselor. She's somehow involved with
That's dope.
EC. So
That's
full
cool.
circle. That's really cool.
Derek and Derica were always just like
top tier athletes.
Always.
Top tier.
Every sport.
Yeah. Everything they touched, it was like,
they're good at it.
Can I get in the game?
Yeah. Academically and sports wise.
Boy, y'all, man, killed it every time, man. That's really cool.
Who else we got in here?
Jana Quincy.
Yo, she actually is funny. I talked to her like a few months last year. She moved to Temecula, married, 2 kids.
Yeah.
And where she used to live off of college was Thunder.
Yeah, Thunder.
And her middle name was Michelle, so I always called her Michelle Thunder. Hence, you know why. But I was like, Jana, she's like, yo. I was like, are you back in Oceanside? She's like, yes, because I sent her a picture of the house that she lived at.
Yeah.
Because her and the homegirl, Sarah Monique, I would always just pull up and say, well, we chop it up, senior year, junior year.
Yeah.
And she lives at the same house.
She's back there?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
She's like,
pull up, bring your son.
Yeah.
We'll have the kids play. We'll chop it up. I'm like, we got to catch up.
Yeah. She's there. That's crazy. Because I mean, we didn't hang out as much, but I lived on Thunder when she lived around there. And so that connection, that was cool.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah, I remember Manuel, I had ran into when I was working at Costco, and he had slipped and fell. He had like a big scar on his head. And he's like, yeah, I'm just trying to like go through insurance. Yeah. But he was doing pretty good at the time. I haven't talked to him since.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's some people, man.
Let's see. Lee, he passed away.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He passed away. I forget what from. I think it was like a health condition.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, RIP, we got a few people that
we got a handful of people.
Lost, man.
Jeremy Peckham, Jacob Lesu. There's a few other people.
I knew this is back in the day, but Chris Fuimano.
RP Chris.
RP. Jamie.
Lawrence.
His last name. Was it
Jamie Lawrence? Yeah, he's kicking with Nui.
I think so.
Yeah.
Jamie. Yeah, I remember him passing too.
Yeah. That was crazy because the day he got into an accident, that same night I had seen him somewhere else, like at a party.
Mhm.
And then we're coming home, coming down El Camino, and then you see that palm tree was lit
Yeah.
up. I was like, what? And I found the next day, like,
It was
damn, like I
him.
had just seen that fool.
Yeah. I felt the same way with Chris Fui.
Yeah.
I literally saw him at the gas station, and then hours later,
Damn.
like crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And then Chris, he was actually a barber. He used to cut me up at All American.
Chris. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was cutting hair, and then I think he was working for the sheriff now.
Man, check him out, man.
Yeah. It's crazy. Like a lot of people are still to this day, we're still all connected through social media,
Yeah,
Facebook.
yeah.
And you see him like, yo, what's up? How you been? Of course, everyone's got kids or
Yeah,
married or
yeah.
getting remarried.
I think I'm the only person in our class that ain't got no babies. I'm sorry, y'all.
More power to you. More power to you. It's
check out
Nui. I think he's coaching right now too.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Fabiola. I know her sister's married to my homie. What's his name? Chewy.
Okay.
I had randomly seen her one time on New Year's, and I was coming down Mesa going to one of the homies' house.
Yeah.
And I seen her walking, and I'm like, who's this girl walking in the middle of the night?
Yeah.
Pull her, hey, do you need a ride? I'm like, Fabiola? I was like, look, come with me. You're going to go with me. You
got you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and then
you.
the next day, she's like, yeah, this is happening. I was like, yo, you got to be careful, girl.
Yeah,
it's crazy out here.
These streets is crazy.
Right?
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Ashley Mitchell, I think she's back in Oceanside too. I haven't talked to her in a minute.
Yeah, she lived in the same neighborhood as me, like just a couple blocks behind me.
Yeah.
I run into her every now and then.
You grew up off Douglas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a majority of people lived over there.
A lot of people did.
Yeah.
Definitely where my godparents would stay. Shout out to Sarai.
Sarai, it's funny. She was right around the corner from me.
Yeah. Who else? Gosh, man. There's so many people, man.
Araceli. I had talked to her recently. She's getting into the whole gym thing.
Okay.
Doing her own little business.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jennifer Marquardt, we just talked about her.
Yeah.
Erica Major, I think she got married. I can't remember. I'm sorry if I say the wrong things.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Marcos Lopez. I remember he was into MMA for a minute.
He was.
Yeah.
Me and him talk more than I have with everybody else. But we just finished the fantasy football league.
Okay.
Yeah, he ended up finishing second.
Yeah, it's crazy. His sister, I think I told you a story back at MOK where they said had the snacks.
MOK, yeah.
And get in line for the porta subs. Yeah. I saw those little juice boxes, and I saw it, and I was like, I want to step on it. I thought it would pop.
Yeah.
I stepped on it. Yeah. All the juice went on his sister's pants, bro. Yeah. And she turned around, you fucking asshole. I'm like, dude, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Definitely an accident. I know we got some more club type pictures. Hold on.
There has to be some.
Hold on.
For everybody watching this, the main reason we're doing this podcast is to kind of get the fire going for our 20-year reunion because it's in 6 months. Yeah. Ashley Strong, she's doing really good photography.
I heard.
Yeah.
I heard.
Yeah. I seen her over by the pier. And she was doing a photo. I was like, Ashley? She's like, hey, what's up? Yeah.
She was always cool.
Yeah.
She was always cool. Stephanie, I actually messaged her on Instagram. We've been Instagram messaging back and forth the last few months. So she's apparently doing very well.
Hell yeah.
I haven't talked to Ryan. I ran into Ryan a few years back. I think I had just got out the Navy the last time I seen him.
Yeah.
And he was over there by, if you're familiar with San Diego, over there with Grossmont, the Grossmont Mall.
Uh-huh.
I think there's some doctor's offices over there. He wasn't at the doctor's office. That's just what I picture.
Yeah.
And we ran into each other over there. And that was the last time I actually seen him. But I think he is in San Diego.
Oh, damn.
Man, there's so many of these names, man. Tanika Thompson. Katie Tripp. Obviously, Joey.
Yeah.
Kenji.
Yeah, Joey's working security at MLK.
I forgot.
I saw him jump the cart, and I was like,
what you doing here?
I was like, Joey, are you working at MLK?
Let's go.
Yeah. Let's
go, Joey. Let's go. I you know what? I ain't no shots at that stuff, man. Like we gotta have OGs with these young cats, man.
Right.
It's not enough of experience out here that's giving these guys like real game.
Yeah.
And I imagine that's something that he's doing.
Oh yeah. William Walker, he joined the Army, right?
The Army.
Yeah, he got out. His brother had started a little business. He had a little kiosk at the Carlsbad outlets.
Yeah.
Yeah, doing really good for himself. He had a big old house over there by the back gate.
Man, look at God.
And then Brandon, I ran into him a while back. He's a firefighter.
Is he?
He's tall though, bro. He's like 6'2".
Get
He like
out
had a
here.
growth spurt after high school. Like, bro, what happened?
happened?
Yeah. I was like,
That's
we
nuts.
were the same height.
Yeah. There's Justin. Wonder Moon Day.
There we go. Todd, I think he had passed away. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure,
Ooh.
but someone had said something like he had passed.
I didn't
or
hear
something.
that. I didn't hear that.
And then Seth, I ran into him randomly
Ooh, that's a throwback.
at 24 Hour randomly. I'm like, Seth? He's like, yo, what up, dude? Yeah.
Who else is over there? Luis Vargas.
Oh, yeah.
I think he's in Frisco now.
Oh, no way.
I think. I lost contact with him too. What else we got? We got a signature. I don't know who this is. Remember me, Lenny B? I'm not sure.
Mike. I call him Little Mike. He joined the Navy. Actually, he's still in the Navy now. He's in the East Coast doing his thing.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
Man, this is crazy. Let's see. Was that Embrace Change? Oh.
I seen her at Starbucks. I recently saw Bridget at Starbucks off college. I was, it was like random. I was getting coffee. I was like, Bridget? She's like, yes. I was like, we graduated the same year in 2005. She's like, oh my God. How are you? How are things?
It's crazy when you see all grown up.
Alex. He had he was a part of a reggae band with, what's his name? There's someone else that he was rolling with back in high school, and they had started like a reggae band.
Was it Reed?
Reed. Was it Reed? Might have been Reed. I can't remember. Yeah. But they had a reggae band here locally, and they jammed out at, what was that? Not Ocean House. Was it Ocean House right there in Carlsbad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And next to Coyote and all that?
Yeah.
Rogan book. Man, I hope like you said earlier, like we're reason why we're doing this is just a spark, just to have a conversation. Hopefully we can get some action going on getting our 20-year done.
Yeah.
Because I would love to see all y'all. Like real life. Like we all grown. I understand that some people had not the best experience and some people had a great experience. I get it. But 20 years is a long time. And you know, when you're a kid, things are going on. We never know what's going on with people back behind the scenes and all that. And it could have been anything that's bothering these people. I'm not making excuses, but 20 years is crazy. And we all have lived life,
right?
You know, and had experiences. And I would love to see and hear.
Yeah.
You know,
catch up, hear your stories. What have you done over the last 20 years of your life? With the good, the bad, the ugly, whether you've been successful or just, you know, living your life. Like we want to hear, we want to catch up.
Yeah. Senior confessions. Oh man. Oh man. We probably have to do episodes with these people to hear, read it and then see what they think about it. Cause it's like, this looks crazy.
Yeah.
This looks crazy. Oh man. Here's some cars. Are you in here?
No. I don't think so. I think I tried to get a photo of my car, but I didn't make the cut.
Did you have a car in high school?
I did. I started driving it the end of junior year. Okay. Actually, I still have that car today.
Do you?
Yeah, I'm actually doing on my whole YouTube channel. I'm rebuilding the car.
Let's go.
Back to, a better version of how it was before. Because I took it apart in 2011. Okay. And, you know, a lot of my friends locally to like North County, San Diego, LA, like, yo, what's up with your car? I'm like, oh yeah, I still got it. Yeah. It's just in the garage, still painted that cream color. Yeah.
That's what's up. Senior standouts, senior Wildcats. Yeah, man. I'm hoping if we can't all get into one spot, hopefully we can set some up to how me and Enrique did. Yeah. And we can actually get you physically here or online. You know, we in 2025 now, so we can figure it out. Because some of these pictures, like I'm looking and I just want to hear, like we can read it and I just want to hear what you think about what you said. Like this is documented. Yeah. Like legit. Are
these are the juniors? No,
this is still seniors. This is some people that I guess didn't take their or turn in a senior picture. Like Adam Kalbasa.
Oh my God, Adam.
DeAndre James.
Bro.
My boy got dreads now.
Yes.
I
seen him.
Love it.
I still follow him on Facebook. Ivan, I had run into him a while back. Okay. He's doing pretty good. Like back in the day when we were younger, we were in karate together. Oh. And like, I think I did it for like 5 years. I hate to put out there, I got a black belt. But it was like a small accomplishment as a kid. I forgot all that. Henry, this fool.
Oh my God.
Yeah. He lives literally, for where my parents live, it's like right on the corner. Yeah. And mind you, his mom lives like the next block up. Yeah. But he's doing good. He was into real estate And I don't know what he's doing. I think he's into like automotive industry again.
That's dope,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, he's cool peeps.
That's cool, man. I don't want to miss anybody. I really not trying to miss everybody, but we
Yeah,
had a huge class, y'all. It's
Mike
huge.
Mike Shallin. I think he moved to Vegas recently.
I actually don't remember him right
Oh
now.
shit.
Yeah.
Melissa Porter.
Yeah.
I remember her. Angie, I randomly saw her on Douglas. Or no, I was at a California Style on Mission in El Camino. I went to get a blank T-shirt and I was like, I know her. The name
Yeah.
just wouldn't come up.
Yeah.
So I went on social media. I'm like, Angie. She's like, yes. I was like, were you just at this spot? She's like, yo, I was just in. I was like, I just seen you. She's like, oh my God, that was you.
Yeah.
She's like, same thing. She couldn't come up with the name. Yeah.
Yeah. Jonathan Thurston. This guy was cool, man.
Yeah, he lives in Temecula too.
Does he?
Yeah, like it's funny because like in high school, like it was him, Nate Furman, Mike Zambrano, and a few other of us. You know, we were all in the cars then.
Yeah.
And then what's it called? When I was working at Honda, he was working at Mercedes. Nate Furman worked at Acura.
Yeah.
So we all was still like kind of tight.
Doing that.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. Class council. Okay, this is probably who we need to talk to about our senior.
Okay, we got
here. Yeah, who
Derica,
can we blame?
Britton. Oh, Jennifer Marquardt. You are at El Camino.
Yeah, you're at El Camino.
We're gonna need you to help get the ball rolling.
Yeah, we need some help. Can we use the gym? Like, do we need a spot? If like
right.
This easy work.
Are we have Pachanga? Harrah's? Somewhere downtown Oceanside.
Yeah. What? Yeah. We can make it happen. Like,
Josh Holt has his own like he does like food catering for like weddings.
Yo, it can get done.
Yeah, I know a good DJ. I mean,
we got film equipment here.
Yo, we can make a lot happen. We can do live podcasts during the whole thing.
Yo,
just have everyone say, "Hey, what's up? Let's talk." Yeah,
it can happen. It can happen. I just don't know what. I don't know what needs to happen, but we can make it happen. Yeah, like really.
This is just the beginning of what's gonna become of the outcome of our 20-year anniversary.
For real. Get the ball rolling, man. Let's see here. What is this? Clubs, student life. I don't know if we're still in the senior side of things.
I think these are all the younger. Yeah, is that Pebbles?
What?
Yes.
What?
Pebbles.
Oh my God. I haven't thought of her name in a minute.
Bro, she was
in the SpongeBob.
Bro, she was down with whatever.
Oh my God. Yo, she was so cool. But she was down.
Oh, what's his name?
Oh man, I know. What is this? He's rapping too, I think.
No, he has a really big clothing brand out in LA.
Yes, that's what it is. That's what it is.
I think he graduated after us though.
I think he's 06.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name at the moment. But yes. I think we're thinking of the same guy.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh man. Yeah, we gotta go to this because this is in color.
There we go.
Show your spirit. My man Franklin with it looked like
is that
throwback jersey, Shawnee,
Chino, Alexis.
Oh man, Cornell,
Ashley Strong or Large.
Man.
Oh man, yeah.
Throwback jerseys. Jeez.
You know what's funny? I worked with her dad. He was in our shop, and in his retirement.
Rikisha?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her dad was retiring from Camp Pendleton. So I went to his retirement because I had worked with him a couple of times, and so we're all there at the church. They have it at the church where they do the retirement ceremonies.
Yeah.
And so I'm in there. I'm like chilling, and it was me and my coworker.
Yeah.
And I look. I'm like, hold up. I was like, Rikisha? She's like, yeah. I was like, is that your pops?
Yeah.
She's like, yeah. I was like, yeah. I've been working with your dad for the last 3 years. She's like, no way. Like, small world.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
She just got married too.
Yeah. I seen that.
That's amazing, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to y'all, man. Getting married out here.
Right.
Crazy hair day. I thought I saw something early when I was flipping through, and I haven't seen it since. So forgive me if I'm just looking at this. Oh, here we go. Homecoming.
Oh.
Homecoming. Check your boy out with the Frodo.
Oh, wow. He has a full-fledged Frodo. There's Jacob. Carl and Joey.
Joey. Yeah, man. I was trying to win that thing. Shout out to you, Joey. You got that. Right. You got that. Oh, man. I saw this and I was like, I got to go back to this. The fro was nice and circular, too. It was perfect circumference. Right. Perfect.
That's funny.
Yeah, man. Wow. Yeah, that's what I saw. Yeah, man. Shit.
There's you could literally just go through every
You
page.
really could. You
Yeah,
really
because like
could.
if I was going through, I would remember like even our freshman year, like I was friends with a handful of uh classmates that were graduated 04 or 03,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
LH Bird.
Man,
He graduated, I think, 04. Me and him
Birdie,
were super tight. Speedy, we talked about
Speedy.
him. He's doing fitness now.
Yeah.
Even some of the guys younger than us still doing pretty good.
Doing stuff.
Yeah.
Jarrell Davis doing. I think he's a police officer.
Yeah, he's
now.
out here in San Diego.
Billy Walker, police officer. I
Yeah,
believe.
he's at OSide. Yeah, he's actually engaged to my homegirl, and she went to OSide.
Man,
It's crazy. It's such a small world, man. It's
such a
crazy.
small-
This is how Oceanside is.
Let's see if we can find teachers real quick because I can't remember none of the teachers really. I don't even know. Did they have their own section? They had to.
They did.
Right?
They did.
They had to.
I think the teachers usually came
In the front?
I don't know.
The back?
Here, we got two of them. I'm going to help you.
All right. That's cool. That's cool.
Let's see.
Teachers.
Oh, we got the sports pages too.
Oh, that's right. Front page headlines. Oh man, this is what was going on at that time. 9/11. Christopher Reeve died at 52.
Dang, I forgot about that. There's actually they're doing like a video.
I think there's a documentary on it
Yeah.
now. iPods.
The
classic.
the Nanos.
We just got.
Oh,
done
here we
talking about
go. Here we
pregnancies.
go.
Okay, here we go.
Let's go from the beginning.
What page was that?
Page
147.
147. T, remember T and Mace?
T. Where you at? Oh yeah.
And where I would be ditching, like, hey,
Yeah.
where you going? I was like, not to class. He's like, all right, hop in my car. I'm like, he's gonna take me to the principal's office.
Right.
Sure enough. Oh wait, that's just security and some of the staff. Miss Cottle, did you ever have her?
Miss Cottle. No, I didn't have her.
I had her.
I had Miss Caldwell.
Okay, yeah, I had Miss
She
Cottle
was real
too.
tiny, really
Yeah.
tiny petite woman.
Yeah, I had her senior year.
Mr. G here, math. Jeez, yeah. Coach Helgeson. This dude was cool.
Yeah.
I liked him as a coach. He was always pretty cool to me.
Oh, did you ever have Mr. Matt?
Mr. Matt. That's my guy.
Bro, he was super chill. But if
That's
you got on
my
his bad
guy.
side, bro, you
Oh, it
got
was
a
over.
whole, yeah.
It was over if you
He
got on
kicked
his
us out
bad
one time.
side.
He kicked the whole class.
Yeah?
Twice.
Mr. Matt was such a G.
Yeah.
He probably still is, but
This guy, Jeff Miller,
I didn't have him.
I had him one time and I pissed him off and he's had like this straight face. I thought he low-key wanted to kill me. He just had like that look.
Oh man, some teachers. It's Coach Huggins, Miss Hunter. Gosh, I remember Miss McCormick. Let me see if it's who I think it is. Miss McCormick. Oh, maybe that's not her name. Mr. Matt. Oh yeah, Bonnie McCormick. She had home ec.
Okay.
And that's where everybody would go get, like, if you miss lunch or whatever,
You
she
go
would
there.
have the snacks for the low.
Oh,
low,
yeah.
For the low.
I still can't find my old history teacher. Oh, right here. Mr. Peterson.
Oh, no, I didn't have him.
He was
I definitely didn't have
super chill, down
him.
to
He
earth.
seems like he was one of those guys.
Yeah.
Miss Rasmussen right next to him, Spanish.
Yep.
Mr. Peterson. I think I heard him, but I never had him in my class. Is that the who you're talking about with the economics? That class?
No.
What class was that? What teacher was that?
I have his name on like my tongue. I just can't.
Oh, here's something we didn't talk about. So back in freshman year, our freshman year was 9/11.
Yeah.
Do you remember anything about that?
I remember what's crazy is my godfather, him and his wife worked at the trade centers, but they both worked in both separate
At that
buildings
time?
at that time. And
Wow.
so I remember I was getting ready for school and the phone rang and it scared the shit out of me.
Yeah.
And I was like, hello to my mom. She said, hey, turn on the news really quick.
Yeah.
And then I guess one of the towers had already been hit.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, wow. She's like, hey, your godfather, your uncle, he works there.
Yeah.
Luckily that day, both my godfather and his wife were running late for work. They were on the ferry when the first plane hit. And they said, like, let's go back home. Yeah. It was crazy.
Yo.
Yeah.
That's really close to home.
Yeah.
Oh man. What I remember about that was going to Miss Terman's class. She had computer class.
Miss Terman.
Miss Terman was so cool to me.
Yeah.
But computer class and typing was such a big thing.
Yeah.
At that time, it's like computers are a thing now,
Yeah.
And I remember going to her class. I remember watching on the news and not understanding. I almost thought it was fake, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Like us on the West Coast, like, 7 o'clock for us is 10 o'clock for them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, I'm going to school. Like, what are we talking about? And then I get to school finally, and I'm going to Miss Terman's class, and she's locked in on the news or whatever she was listening to. I don't know if it was a TV or radio or whatever, but she was locked in. And that's when it finally hit me. I'm not sure what time of day that was for me, but I just remember her really being in on it. And that's what I remember about 9/11 was going to class and seeing her just tuned in.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
That was crazy. Yeah, I think that same year we went to New York. I don't think we went to the city, but senior year, my godfather actually, he passed away that year too. Going back to El Camino. In that same year, dude, both my grandmothers died and my godfather within the span of like 3 months. And I mean, like at a young age, I don't know if any of you guys had gone through it. Like that's kind of hard.
Yeah.
Like my mom's mom, she was like the glue to our family. So like when she passed, like we were very tight when she was alive. Every Sunday, we'd always be at my grandma's house.
Yeah.
The kids would be outside playing. My aunts and my mom would be inside, cooking and chilling.
Yeah.
Dad would be outside drinking beers. But yeah, man, I was kind of like not a rough patch for me in life, but it was like so much emotion all in one span, especially your senior year, trying to finish and get good grades so you can graduate. Yeah.
Man, that's some stuff, man. This is exactly why we need to all get together, because we all have different versions of
Mr. Haywas.
I didn't have him.
I had him for economics. Super chill.
Yes, he?
Super chill.
I didn't have him.
Yes.
Nah, that's cool. That's cool. I remember this guy, Mr. Thornton. This is freshman year. Freshman year, you what, 14, 15?
Yeah.
Ish. I just remember all the seniors did not like this guy.
No one liked him for some reason.
And then, do you remember when he got the laser surgery on his face?
Yeah, that big scar.
That was the first time I had been like, oh, I'm about to go throw up, because it's not that he healed perfect.
Yeah,
like, everything worked out fine, but him showing up and the scars, I was like, yo, you shouldn't come to school like that.
No.
Like, that's not it, bro. That ain't it, man. Yeah, but I remember the seniors, like, they were like, nah, man, this guy ain't it.
I think he was just addicted to certain students, but some students back then, they only respected certain people.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and you know what? You're in a position of authority. And don't nobody like being told what to do.
Especially at a young age. We thought we knew everything.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So shout out to him for sticking to his guns, because I'm sure he got it like uncontrollably. Like people were on him
daily.
Yeah. I remember Bob Nelson now.
Oh,
it took
yeah.
me a second, but I remember
he retired our senior year or junior year.
I want to say sophomore year.
Oh shit.
I want to say sophomore, because I don't remember him junior year.
No.
Nah. Yeah, Jeff Janis. I remember him. I had a girl that I can't remember her name, or Kristen Olds. I was in love with her. And back then when you're a kid, you just do anything, like touch, kiss, and all that shit. And I happened to, like, it was after school. We wasn't doing anything crazy, inappropriate, or anything like that. But I was actually sitting on her lap. I was sitting on her lap, and he just come around the corner like, don't y'all want to flip that around?
Right. Now we're good.
That ain't it, Walt. Right. That ain't it, man. That's hilarious, man. Let me see if we can find some of these teachers back in the day. Miss Shadrick. That's what I was trying to look for. Let's see if she's in here.
Also, if you guys are watching this, obviously there's going to be a comment section. Drop the comments what you guys enjoy about this this podcast. Like this is my first time doing a podcast.
Yeah.
And it's a good opportunity to catch up with the old classmate. Mind
Yeah.
you, we've been friends ever since we graduated.
Yeah.
We've kept in contact through social media. So
Yeah.
drop some comments of, what you guys remember from high school, your favorite teachers, memories you guys have. And just like if you guys want to reconnect, like we're not asking you if you don't want to. Obviously, it's gonna be some people out of state, so
Yeah.
plane tickets might be expensive.
Yeah.
To get a plane ticket, getting a hotel, whatever.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if you guys are still a local within the state of California or nearby cities, let's try and brainstorm like our 20-year reunion. I think it's cool to kind of just catch up and hey, what's up? How you been? Seeing familiar faces.
Yeah, that's facts.
All that all together, it's like the next reunion is going to be another 10 years. So
Really though,
Yeah.
and ain't no telling what's gonna happen in 10 more years.
Right?
Like
a lot could happen in 10
a
years.
lot can happen.
And
in
I
10
mean,
years.
no, I feel like there's some people that, whether you had drama back then from some person that, you didn't like, come on, this is 20 years.
Yeah.
You don't got to hold on to that. Let's just catch up, have some drinks, eat, dance, have a good time,
Yeah.
take pictures because pictures are worth 1,000 words.
Yo.
And mind you, we have yearbooks from 6th grade up to our senior year. And we're cracking up just looking at the things we did, how we dressed,
Man.
even bringing up the music we used to listen to. I mean, I think a lot of us can probably agree the music now is not the same what it used to
not
be.
the same. Not
Like
at all.
all the music we listened to in our era of high school are the most popular songs now
Yeah.
and most
Being
played.
remade.
Yeah, you hear them. Yeah, you hear remixes,
Yeah.
but the remix don't sound as good as the original. No. Yeah.
That's probably what our parents are saying about us. Right?
Right?
Like, yo, y'all don't know the real. Like,
Yeah.
man, you
Yeah.
don't know the real.
Right?
What you know about gang?
Right?
Oh, man.
Shout out to Pops.
Shout out to Pops.
Oh my God.
Oh man. Yeah. Oh, this Miss Shadrick. She was just young. Like I think that's what it was for me. She was just cool.
Yeah.
I don't remember any other teacher. I'm
No.
looking. I remember her, but I don't remember having her in class.
Mrs. Sabri.
Mrs. Sabri was so
Super chill. You know what's crazy? My dad and him both served in the military.
I can see that.
Because his son, Kareem, he's like really good at jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, he's doing something.
Yeah, he's killing it. I wouldn't want to mess with him.
Not at all.
I'll
Not
shake
at
his
all.
hand.
Shake my hand gently, sir.
Gently.
Please.
Yeah. Don't put me in an armbar,
Yeah,
no
man.
triangle.
Gently, sir.
Right.
Yeah, but Coach Sabri, he was a track coach, I believe.
I think so.
I believe so.
Yeah.
And he always looked out, even when, like I said, I was a good kid, but even when I was gonna do some dirt,
Yeah.
he would be the one to be like,
No.
you need to chill.
Yeah.
You know you fucked up, right?
Right above him is Mr. Richmond. I don't know if you ever had him from
I
math.
did not have him.
Bro, I had him freshman year. I swear to God, he was high. He'd always like, yeah. Because I think he was a surf coach.
I could see it from his
Yeah.
picture. It looks like it.
His eyes were always bloodshot red. And he'd go to the bathroom in class. And if any of you guys remember him, he would go to between breaks. He'd go to the bathroom. He'd be gone for a long 5 minutes.
For a minute.
I'm like, hey, he's doing a little sneak attack or something because he'd come back, his eyes would be twice as red. He'd be like, yeah. It's just so funny. He reminds me of the turtle from Finding Nemo.
Oh man, Squirt.
Yeah,
Squirt. No, that's the kid, but you know, the tortoise.
Coach Kalina.
Coach
Oh,
Kalina.
God.
Oh my gosh. So this guy, man, I remember freshman football year.
Yeah.
This guy, man. I didn't really get along with him, if I'm being honest. But I could tell he was, at this point in time, I could tell he meant well.
Yeah.
I just wasn't, his style wasn't for me. And
No.
I'm for the old school ways.
Yeah.
But him in particular was just not it for me.
No.
And he kind of got me to not play football anymore.
Yeah. In class, we'd be just joking around. He'd look at me like, Enrique, are you done? I'm like, yeah, coach. So then he started talking. I started fucking around again. He's like, Enrique. I'm like, you want to help me? I'm like, yeah, sure. I'm like, you tell me what I'm gonna do. And I'd write whatever on the whiteboard. And he's like, you smart ass. This guy was Mr. Janice.
Janice, yeah.
I don't think he liked me.
No?
No.
Oh, man. Look at Coach Gerard. Look at this guy. Cheesy.
Right? He was in his prime then. He looked like he was in his prime. Even then.
Yeah. I give him 34, 33, 30.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a big cheese right there, Mr. Gerard.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys ever had Mr. Leach.
Mr. Leach.
I told Walter a story where, we had a class with David and Nui, and then Joey Musser and Mr. Leach had this thing where he was didn't like the smell of watermelon bubblicious bubble gum. Yeah, and one day two of us had bubble gum, and he's like,
Oh
gagging. He's
no.
like, spit your gum out.
Oh no.
And so we're like, bet. The next
Oh
day,
man.
before we got in class, we
Oh
all
yeah, y'all had
had
to go
bubble
in.
gum, and so we all just tossed everyone a piece of gum, and in class we're all chewing,
Yo, y'all some assholes,
bro.
man.
And he was like, I think he threw up. He's like, everyone get out of my fucking class, and we all got out. And security came. Like, what happened? Is like our teacher kicked us out. He's like, he did not kick out the whole class. Like, oh, he
Yeah,
did.
he did.
And then the next day,
He was over it.
yeah. And then we had the knitting lady. I don't know if you guys had the knitting lady as a substitute. She would just crochet the whole time. She just knit. We would watch a movie, and someone hung a dead rat on the whiteboard, and then put another one in his desk. Like
y'all are dirty, man.
Like we were assholes as kids.
Man, that's hilarious. That's hilarious now.
Yeah,
yeah.
back then
I'm
it's
sure
like-
he was. I'm sure he was like, "You little
We gave him a
motherfuckers."
few gray hairs that year. Yeah, we definitely gave him a few gray hairs.
Oh man, that's crazy. That's crazy. I kind of want to go through. This is kind of sad part, but I kind of want to go through if we can remember the guys that we lost, like Chris Fooey, Jamie Jacob Lassou,
Jamie Jacob,
Let me
Jeremy
see if I-
Peckham.
Let me see if I can find their names. I'm gonna go to freshmen since I feel like everybody was here during that time.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a safe one.
I remember her. Okay, I'll tell you a story later about that.
Okay. Let's go with Fooey first. Let's see if we can find Fooey.
Oh man, I remember I had a class with him 7th grade at MLK, and this boy was smart, bro. He was
He was smart.
He was smart.
He was smart as fuck.
Because I remember him and who was tight with him? Was it Rogenbuck?
I think it was Rogie.
They were like
Rogie.
super tight. What's crazy is Fooey's sister is married to the homie Abner, one of the Kendalls,
I did not know that.
and then they graduated, I think, a year or two before us. Small
That's
world.
so crazy. Like exactly. Like Oceanside is it's bigger now.
Oh yeah,
It's
Yeah.
bigger now.
Yeah.
But even back then, it's like everybody fucked with each other, or at least knew of each other.
Yeah.
Like you could say so and so and be like, oh, I know him from blah 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 blah, and they live on Douglas, and he'd be like, well, I know somebody else that lives on Douglas. Do
Yeah.
you know? And it turns into a whole spider
oh,
web.
it's my
of-
neighbor or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like bro, like we
Yeah.
all were connected.
And that's how my mom is. Like I said, she worked in the school district,
man.
and like even till this day, she works for a child abuse center that's in San Marcos,
man.
but it used to be at the Mission. So a lot of
the mission, like San Luis Rey.
yeah,
Oh,
there was
okay.
like to the right of it, there was a child abuse center. It's called like Casa de Amparo,
Okay.
and so they get to meet Charger players, Padre players,
Dope.
and a lot of the kids that she knew, grew up and then working at Ocean Shores. A
Mhm.
lot of the students back then, they're all grown up now in their
Yeah,
40s, and they're
yeah.
like, "Oh my God, Miss Lily,"
Yeah.
and they're like, "Oh yeah, that's my son." They're like, "I know your son.
Yeah.
He's friends with my kid." I'm
Yeah.
like, "Mom, you like know everybody." Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like, "Oh, I know her.
Yeah.
I know her mom, her grandma, I know her cousin." It's like, the whole family, huh?
Damn.
Yeah.
You coming to the barbecue next?
Right? Yeah, it's super
For
crazy.
real, man. Oh yeah, Fooey right here.
There he goes.
Yeah, man. I have nothing but good things to say about him. Obviously, been like 20 years since. Probably been a little longer.
Yeah,
than
longer than
that.
20 years.
It
Because
was after high school, or was it before?
it was after, I think.
It was a little bit after.
Yeah, it was like a year or two.
yeah.
Yeah. Because remember, I had seen him at a house party when house parties were a thing back then
House
for us.
parties, yeah, for sure.
I seen him at a party. We're all chilling, drinking, and we were catching up for a bit. And then maybe like a few months later, you hear what happened. I'm like, what?
Yeah. Yeah, that was a tough one, man. Because he was a good guy, but he was a great like student. He was a crazy athlete.
Yeah.
And he was just a good dude, man. I remember talking at his funeral. I just remember talking to his mom, and that's where, at this point, like I was still active, in Oceanside and all that, and everybody came back. But getting a chance to sit and talk with his mom, and even going back to their place,
Yeah.
I think they lived off of Douglas, but further up, closer to Mission.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah.
I think that's what I remember. But just being able to be at his place where I don't know if he grew up there, but being there was like I I feel this.
Yeah.
Like, that was, I think that might have been one of my first times experiencing death. And yeah, this guy was good. He was a good dude,
Yeah.
great student, crazy athlete, and just seemed like he got along with everybody.
Yeah. I don't know whatever happened to him. Quentin Brooks. I was friends with him since like Del Rio.
I feel like he ended up moving to the South. I want to say like Alabama or something like
Okay.
that. I feel like.
Yeah.
But it's so long ago. But he played ball too.
Yeah.
And I remember him being a class clown as well.
Yeah,
Like,
he
dude
was
is funny.
He was a big dude.
He was a big
dude. I remember freshman year in Mr. Richmond's class, this other white kid, he was like maybe a junior at the time.
Yeah.
He was trying to punk me. And Quinn's like, yo, say something to him, bro. I'm like, I don't know what to say. Like, I was just like, you know, still my little shell.
Yeah.
And this dude was like, hit my desk and trying to knock me out of my seat.
Yeah.
Quentin got up, bro. He pushed up against the wall. He's like, hey, chill, bro. Like, this is not the place. Like, we're in class.
Yeah.
And Mr. Richmond came, like, hey, what's going on? He's like, oh, this fool over here. And he's like, no, I'm not doing anything. And after Quentin checked him, bro,
that was it.
That was it.
Yeah. You only need one time from Big Quentin Brooks.
Yes.
You only need one time.
Yeah.
He was a big dude as a kid.
I had a class with him in 5th grade.
Yeah.
And he was big then too.
Yeah. That's what's up. Who else? Lesu?
Jacob Lesu, yes. Remember the night that he passed, I was at Cabo and I had left and I was planning on going back. And all my homies were like, hey, yo, pull up. Everyone's here. I'm like, what? Like, a lot of guys from our class. I think there was like at least like 20, 30 people there.
Yeah.
Everyone was catching up. I was like, damn, I want to go back. I got caught up doing something else.
Yeah.
And I find out the next day that he had passed in a car accident. I was like, damn.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
My memories of Jacob was
breakdancing. Tagging. He actually tagged up my one of my yearbooks. And I remember he drew a picture for me. It was like a old time clock. And it said, time is of the importance. No, life was it. I forget how it goes. Time is not of the importance, but life is. Yeah. And it just goes to show how short life can be. Yeah. And how time just always goes.
It's always going.
And you always think about like, you know, life is so delicate. Yeah. You know, you talk about like, you know, people just pass away randomly. You're like, you know, and that's why I don't hold any animosity towards anybody. Like, if we had beef, hey, I'm over it. Yeah. If we had drama, like, I'm not gonna hold it against you. It was so long ago. Yeah. Like, I want to be like, hey, man, how are you? Are you good? Yeah. Like, is anything positive going on in your life? Is something wrong? Talk to me about it. Yeah, for sure. Because I mean, like I said, as women and men, well, especially men, we hold a lot of stuff in. Absolutely. And you're like a ticking time bomb at that point.
Yeah, it's only a matter of time. Yeah, man. R.I.P. to Jacob. Rapping. I remember him. I remember. Was it 6th, 7th, or 8th grade? Middle school, where he did the Eminem.
Yes, he killed it.
He killed the Eminem.
I remember he used to put quarters in his ears.
Yes.
Yes.
That was weird to me. Yeah. I was like, why is he doing that? But that was him. Like, if I seen him do it today, if he was still around, I'd be like, yeah, he's been doing that for years.
Oh, yeah,
like,
yeah.
Just nothing.
It's crazy because his older brother works at a tattoo shop in La Mesa. And I was like, Lesu, and his name was Suni. I was like, hey, are you by chance related to Jacob? He's like, that's my brother. I'm like, what? Yeah. And I was getting my my leg sleeve done. And he's like, yeah, that's my brother, man. I'm like, yo, he was cool peoples, bro.
Man. He was dope. Yeah. This guy was cool. He was the life of the party for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man.
He was the only Samoan that I knew could break dance and do a full windmill.
Yeah. Crazy.
Legitimately, yeah.
Crazy. Like one of the first people I've seen do it.
Yeah.
Like people did it after, but when he did it, I was like, yo, I think I want to try this.
I always just remember him, Jacob, David, and Nui. It was like the three of them always together. Yeah. In the hallways.
Yeah. Yeah, that's he's cool people, man.
Yeah.
Trying to think of who else. I'd probably have to go. Oh, here he is, Jacob. Yeah, Jamie Lawrence.
Yeah.
Jamie Lawrence.
Yeah.
Yeah, R.I.P. to Jamie. Played football from what I remember.
Yeah.
Played football. It was on, I think he ended up having an accident on El Camino and Mission, I want to say.
Yeah, right before you get to Mission. It was like
up the hill.
It went, I don't know if it was coming down the hill or going up. Yeah. But I know the car had gone into a palm tree and then caught fire. I was like, damn.
Yeah, man. That was close too.
Yeah. Yeah, because I had seen him at a party like a couple days before that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I just seen the dude like 2 days ago. Yeah. It's just like I said, so crazy. Like something happened so fast within 24 hours.
Yeah. So young.
Yeah.
So young. It probably wasn't even his fault.
No. And then,
man.
Jeremy Beckham. Yeah.
Let's see here.
Man, I remember back in middle school, he was sponsored by Dark Star, a few different skate companies. Like he was killing it. Even after he graduated,
Yeah.
he was doing on a what you could do on a skateboard. He did on a longboard,
Oh,
and he was sponsored by another company out in Encinitas. Just killing it, man.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
Look at this picture, man. He looks like a little boy right here. I mean,
He was
obviously
always so little. We
but
always stood back and I'm like, "Hey, Jeremy, when are you gonna grow?" He's like, "Man, fuck you guys."
yeah, shout out to him. I didn't have a lot of time with him,
Mhm.
if I'm being honest, but I do remember him.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's so young, dude.
Yeah. It was just like what? I feel like it was like maybe a couple of years ago that it happened. Because I had seen him on Coast Highway and he was with his lady at the time. He's like, "Bro, we got link up, bro. Let's get a beer, whatever." And I think they were gonna celebrate his birthday, and his wife was like, "Hey, are you gonna come through?" And I had too much going on.
Yeah.
I felt bad I didn't go. And then when they hear what happened, I was like, damn, like kind of regret. Like I didn't have spend like have that beer with him.
Yeah.
You know?
For sure. For sure. I can't think of anybody else. So
No.
apologies if we forgot
if you
somebody.
guys remember anybody, drop in the comments, or if you
Yeah.
guys want to come on the podcast, hey, you guys can have a little memoir of the yearbook and go back as to seeing our pictures, like us as young teens or adults.
Babies.
Right?
Babies. Yeah, man. I'm looking, but I see Eddie Torres right
Eddie
here.
Torres, my guy.
He had the orange, the blonde too, man.
What grade was that?
This is freshman
year.
year.
So I remember 7th grade, we had braces and we had the blonde tips in our hair.
Yeah.
And it's funny because we had the same hairstyle. Our braces, the little bands, were the same color. And we were wearing uniforms.
Oh, man.
So people thought we were twins. And we rolled that thing on for a few months. So you guys aren't related.
Yeah.
But yeah, he lives right in the corner from my parents' house.
That's what's up.
He's still playing ball, still doing his thing.
Shout out to you, Eddie, man. Yeah, man. This is really cool to do. And I hope we can do this again, man.
Oh yeah.
Where we at? It's almost 2 hours, so I feel like we getting close to the end here. But obviously we can go on and on. I feel like we could.
Yeah.
Let's see the tag that he did on your.
Yeah. I literally just went through this all was in my closet, all the yearbooks, but
it's crazy.
That was the tag that Jacob did for me. That was like his thing. He's like I said, he used to tag, breakdance, and rap. And
crazy rapper.
Really yeah.
The song that I remember from him the most was the sample he used with Dumbo. Look out. Boom, boom. I can't remember the song.
Yeah.
But I remember him using that sample and I was like, this is the cleanest thing I've ever heard in my life.
He says, keep shit hip hopping. And his nickname, like his rapper name was Triumph. Like from Wu-Tang. And
that fits.
Yeah.
That fits.
Yeah, it was super cool. Like, I don't know if you remember Nadia Daisy.
I'd have to see a picture.
Her,
Nadia. I feel like I know that name.
Her brother was Larry Daisy and Tyler.
Yes.
Tyler.
Oh, Tyler.
Yeah, but did he graduate our year or after? No, I think it was before.
Like it was before us.
Yeah,
I think it was 04.
Yeah. Yeah, he tatted me up too. He had passed away from diabetes.
Man, look, that shit came out of nowhere, bro. Like diabetes is like, I never in my life thought I would be the one to have it. And I've always been pretty healthy as far as decisions on what I'm eating and all that.
Yeah.
But once it came and hit, I didn't understand what it was. And little did I know I was this close to passing. I'm this close to us talking about Walt being gone, you know? But diabetes, if you got it, if you know somebody that got it, just take care of yourself, take care of your feet, make sure that blood is flowing because it can go left real quick.
Yeah.
Like without any warning.
Yeah.
Things could go down. So
I feel like now at our age, like we're at our parents' age where, you know, you gotta watch what you eat.
Yeah.
Well, eat good, like nothing like that's processed.
Yeah.
I've been really big at, you know, cooking my own meals.
Yeah.
Like I meal prep me and my lady cook meal prep every Sunday and every Tuesday.
Yeah.
And then we go out to eat every now and then, but like we usually just eat like Brussels sprouts and wings.
Yeah, for sure.
And then like I don't even drink as much as I used to. I mean, like in my 20s, if you guys remember, we used to party it up.
Go in.
You go to Cabo, you go to
in.
Firewater.
Yeah.
And like now it's like if I have a drink, I have like 2 drinks minimum. We talked about it. We both got DUIs.
Yeah.
I never want to get one again. I don't know if you guys ever got any, but we never want to go through that again. But
it ain't worth it.
The biggest thing at our age now is just making sure you're healthy. Go to the doctor, get checked up, you know, make sure everything internally is functioning, working, you know, take care of yourself.
We're literally at that age, man.
Yeah.
Like 20 years doesn't seem that long, but that's a long time, man.
A lot can happen in
A
20 years.
lot can happen in 20
Yeah.
years. And he's right, man. Just gotta be on top of it. Like I was talking to my mom the other day and having one of those talks of just being a grown up and all that adulting.
Yeah.
And I was telling her, like, yo, I'm older than you and Pops at this point. And at this point, you guys had 2 kids for my mom. My dad had 3 kids by
Yeah.
the time he was 37.
Dang.
And here I am with no kids.
Yeah.
And making decisions as an adult with no kids is a lot different with kids.
Yeah.
I can only imagine what they were going through in the 90s and the 2000s, trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
They didn't really have a roadmap either.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they're just doing shit just because it felt good. And
Yeah.
their parents did it or whatever the case was.
Yeah.
And here I am, 37, like, yo, I don't even know how y'all doing it.
Oh yeah.
How you guys did it. And then those of you with kids now, like, shouts out to y'all,
Yeah.
man.
Like if you've been through a divorce and then, or even court, like I was dealing with 4 years of court, going through custody battle, and up until like this last year, recently, me and my son's mom had a few conversations. Like, look, I just want to be in my kid's life. I just want to raise him. Whatever you and me have, this is end it.
Yeah.
I have nothing against you. You should have nothing against me. I just want to be in my kid's life, point blank. And after me and her had that conversation, she's like, look, I'm sorry. Like she knew that the whole situation as us going into court. Yeah. She's like, it's my fault. I'm like, well, as long as you knew that, if you see what I'm doing now, what I was trying to do in the beginning, what's the problem?
What's up?
And I think she was just, I caught on to, what she was trying to do. I'm like, don't do that. Yeah. Just do what you got to do for yourself and for your kids. Mm-hmm. And, sometimes, like you were saying about trying to figure it out, like there's times that like, if I was out of town and it was a weekend I had my son, Mom, you want to have Madden? She's like, yeah. My mom would pick up my son from his mom. Mm-hmm. She'd have, hey, FaceTime me. Hey, how you doing? What are you guys going to do today? Yeah. They talk for a bit. I'm like, hey, behave, listen to your grandma. Yeah. And then I'll see you when I get back.
That's dope. Man.
Yeah. It's good to have like that help because the single moms, I applaud you guys. You guys, women, you guys do it. I don't know how you do it. The strength and the willpower that you guys have to work, to feed these kids, to literally hold a house down, paying all these bills. It's not easy. And I really applaud the single mothers out there because it's not easy, especially now with the economy, how gas prices, produce, how things are so expensive. Like it's crazy. Like just the cost of rent for an apartment.
Man, it's crazy. Yeah. Let alone all the things he said, but then have 10 minutes to yourself.
Literally. Yeah.
Bruh.
Yeah.
For all the parents, single parents, for sure. But for all the parents, man, I look at y'all. I don't have kids, but I always think of myself as a parent. And if I see your kid out in the streets or anybody's kids that might be watching, like if I'm around and I know and I have that relationship, like they're gonna be good because I'm be like, hey, I know your pops.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit them up, or I know your moms. I'm gonna hit them up. If anything's popping off, or if I just be like, hey, that's kind of questionable. Let me see. You know what I mean? Like I it's not the tattletale, it's just like, yo, it's a community. Like
it's a parent's like you have that instant like parent, like, hey, can you eat that?
Yeah.
Does your mom say that's okay? Or your dad say that's okay?
Right.
Because some kids, they know how to, work the system.
Work
like,
it, yeah.
My mom said it's okay. Yeah. Let me ask her.
Yeah.
Because my son be trying to pull that. Can I have this candy? Did you have candy today? No. Hey, Mom, do you have candy? You can't have candy, boy. Yeah. Man. And to the parents out there, they can co-parent. Yeah. I know it's not easy. I know that it can get hard and frustrating because they go back and forth. Yeah. You didn't do this. You didn't send him with that. Blah, blah. Hey, you know what? As long as you're trying to do what you can, at the end of the day, you do it for the kids. Yeah. At the end of the day, like leave whatever drama and BS that you guys have between each other. Right. Worry about the kid because that's going to affect them later on. They see the fighting, the drama. It's going to affect them. That trauma is going to later on affect them. I don't know if any of you guys went through that in high school, but if you can relate, then you understand like, hey, it's not hard because I feel like sometimes if you grew up in a household and your parents divorce, it's more likely you're going to end up doing the same thing. Yeah. But if you can live with that trauma in a positive way, whether going to therapy, seeking counseling,
or even talking about it.
Yeah, the biggest thing's talking about it. I think that's what I tell a lot of my boys is just to be able to vent and to talk about it. You're like, okay, I just need to talk about it.
Just get your wolf off, man.
You want someone to hear you. And I even wanted to start a podcast about men's mental health awareness because it's such a big thing. And even whatever it's work, finances, uh, relationships, everything, all that, a lot of us tend to hold these little things together.
Yeah.
And like I said earlier, we become as men become a ticking time bomb where the simple thing is not putting the laundry away or cleaning up the dishes. You can just snap, and it's like you lose all this shit for something so small.
For something so small.
Right.
And there's a bigger picture that nobody knows because you haven't said anything.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, it's like that. It's like that.
Yeah.
That's a big shout out, man. You got any final words?
You guys, it's literally took like what, almost a year.
We've been talking
for a minute.
For at least a year and a half.
Yeah, just to coordinate, the ideas of the backdrop, bringing the yearbooks. Like I had to think about what I had. Luckily, I was fortunate. I had the yearbooks in 6th grade up until senior year. My cap and gown, like I had this sprayed just for graduation. I was proud to be a graduate, And so I have that. I had it in my room. I told Walter, I was like, yeah, I'll bring whatever I can as things to display, just to kind of have you guys remember like what we came from as being an El Camino alumni.
Yeah.
But if you guys want to tap in, hit up a Walter on. Do you have Facebook or just Instagram?
I'm on all. I'm on all of them.
Yeah. Hit him up, drop him DM, message. Like we went back and forth on Instagram. Like, look, let me give you your number, bro. Let's talk about it. We spent like the first time we talked on the phone, we talked for like a good hour.
Yeah, and that's just on the phone. That's not counting the voice. The voice memos.
It was just so many, but it was just a lot of brainstorming and just the conversations, just talking about high school. It's like that was probably like the highlight in your life, where like if I can go back to a time in my life at an age. That was the time frame.
Yeah.
Because again, technology was blowing up. Music was at its best point for like the top hits, the most popular artists. And then, all the things we did were with people that, whether you're probably still friends with these people till this day that you were friends with in high school, or whether if you don't talk as much, you still communicate them in a certain way, text message, phone call, Instagram, Facebook, whatever.
You see them. You see them.
But yeah, definitely tap in, you guys. I want to do this 20-year reunion because not as much as I don't want to go back to school, but I want to catch up with you guys and see the faces, talk about, what you guys have done, accomplishments. If you've traveled the world, if you're married, have kids, what's going on in your life. I just want to catch up with you guys, take pictures. Again, these pictures that we'll take, when we do this reunion, it's going to be like, hey, you can show this to your kids. Like, yo, this guy was a class clown. This guy, was a beast in a certain sport, whatever.
Yeah.
And those are just, for us, just memories we can cherish for the remainder of our lives until hopefully the next reunion. Hopefully we can do another one.
Yeah.
But moving forward, hopefully we can come up to a place where we're gonna have this 20-year reunion, whether it's Paula, Pachanga, Harrah's, or some other venue. We have all the right people as for food, music, and everything. But again, if you guys want to tap in, come in, join the podcast with Walter.
Man.
It's cool. I've never been on a podcast, and this is actually pretty chill. I think if we would have had a couple beers, this podcast would probably be like 4 hours long.
Literally, I was like, we can go longer.
Yeah.
We could.
Yeah.
I know we can.
Yeah.
But just for the sake of the edit and time, you know what I mean? I know you got things to do. I got some things to do a little later, and I agree with everything you said, man. It's been really cool to catch up with you.
Always.
It's been awesome, man. Just going down memory lane and laughing and talking and sharing. And the goal behind this whole thing was just to spark an idea, spark interest. I know we've in the past on the Facebook group chat, we've all talked about doing it. Different people has taken charge of it. I remember Britton at one point took charge. I feel like Lacey took charge at one point.
Yeah. It's just hard if they're not living in California.
It's hard, man. And obviously everybody has lives, especially if you're out of state. I totally get it. No shots are being fired. But it's just personally, like us as two people here want to do it. But personally, I want to catch up with y'all. We've all done things. I went to the Navy. I moved to Florida. I moved to Chicago. I moved to Mississippi. I done some moving around myself, just a story to tell. So it's just everybody has something, and we all started at El Camino 2005.
Yeah.
Like what have you been doing the last 20 years?
Right.
You know what I mean? Talk about that. look at some pictures, talk about who we lost, talk about your family, your kids,
What you remember, your
what you
highlights.
remember, your favorite teachers, what do you remember of yourself when you were younger?
Yeah.
You know, like all that stuff matters to me at this point in my life because, you know, it just does.
Yeah.
It's life, man. And
Yeah.
I really wanna tap in with all y'all at some point or another. It doesn't it's 2025. It doesn't have to be in person. Would I like it to be? Yes, but we got these these streaming services now that all you got to do is call in these days,
Yeah.
and you can be speaking to somebody in damn near Australia
On FaceTime.
on FaceTime.
Yeah.
Like just let's just get it. Let's just do our best to get it done. I don't know what it takes. I don't know who's got it, but me and Enrique just wanted to spark it,
Yeah.
and hopefully that's what
This
this
is
video
the
does.
first stepping stone as to moving forward and figure something out for his 20 reunion.
Yeah,
I think it'll be dope. It'll be fun. Have a cool.
and he's right. We know people,
Yeah.
cooks, chefs, got
DJ.
venues, we got DJs.
Yeah.
Like it can be taken care of.
Yeah.
Like I know it costs money,
Yeah.
but
If we all
we
put
can
in,
do it.
Yeah.
We can do it.
We can definitely set it up. Like I said, if Josh is down to cater the food, we're good there. I mean, it's gonna be a lot of food. Well, depending on who comes, if we can get
A number.
a number of who's exactly will come,
Yeah.
then we'll know as the place for food, venue, and then
Mhm.
obviously I can figure out DJ situation.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it'll be a good time.
Yeah, man. But yeah, that's about it, man.
Yeah.
Until the next time, man. We'll talk to y'all soon.
Oh yeah, definitely. We'll catch up on Facebook or Instagram.
Straight up.
Thank you guys for watching.
Yeah.
Oh, that was fun. Yeah.
Thanks, man.
That was good. That was dope.
That was awesome. Yeah.